Hello and welcome to a bit of Sunday afternoon map making with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome. So, wow. Okay. Hi, Hunter. Hiya, Hunter. Hunter's here already. Now, there's going to be an intermission in about 40 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Goodness me. Wow, that came from nowhere. Yeah, it's going to be an intermission at about 7:30. Well, 7:30 UK time. That doesn't help you at all, does it? Yeah. Yeah, in about 40 minutes. There's something on TV. It'll only be on for... It's only the World Athletics. There's one event I want to watch particularly. British girls got a very good chance of winning. So I will throw on, when we get to that point, the back in a moment thing. Yeah, we'll do that. And I'll go and watch it, and then I'll come straight back and we'll carry on with the map making. That is the plan. Right, how's Hunter anyway? You had a good day? Have you had a good day? I hope you have. Meanwhile, I think we go to the next step with the tree painting, and I am now going to call up the forest brush, methinks. Let's come and have a look at our... What am I going to want? This is the live oak. The live oak. I'm just making sure I get this right, so save wasting a bit of time later. Come on, game. It's not difficult to tell me that... let's go down to single size. Right, so that is indeed the live oak. And we're going to have this mixed in, only lightly. And that is the Eastern Cottonwood. Right, live oak and Eastern Cottonwood. That is where we are going. Says he now waiting for forest brush to open. Come on, there we go. Right, new brush. New brush. I don't know what we're going to call this. We're going to call it final one. Just final one. I've got absolutely no idea what we should call this thing. Right. No junipers, no mental, and no angophora. Is there any way of searching for which ones have been highlighted? Because I have got pages. Pages. Okay, let's go up here slowly. So anyway, it's just highlighting the vanilla. That would be helpful. But also, we do have to search. We know what we're looking for. I'm just going up here, make sure I haven't got anything. Well, hang on a second. I've got an idea. I know. Let's try this. Live oak. Is it live oak or live oak tree? What did we say that was? It was just live oak, wasn't it? I think so. Well, there's a really easy way to find out. That is definitely that one, isn't it? If I get rid of that and replace it with that, that's a different model, I think. Whereas that is definitely the same model, I think. Right, live oak and Eastern Cottonwood. That would be that one. Right, so we have our two trees, I think. Let's just make sure we are actually... Oh, bloody heck. Why can I not move my camera? That's going to be interesting. Right, so if I do this, are we getting a mix of... We are getting a mix of those two trees. I am going to catch that chat in a second. Right, so we are getting the right two trees now. That is the good news. Now, let's see if we can work... Oh, there you go. That's why my camera didn't move. I've been filling in the search with lots of D's and S's, apparently. That's very helpful. Right, size... What did we say? I said 69 yesterday, didn't I? I said 69. Strength, don't know on strength. And also, we've got these numbers to fill in. This is not helpful. Live oak with a space. Live oak. Right, let's go for 75-25, I think. 25. Let's see how this looks. Right. Density, we're going to switch off auto density. I'm going to push the density up a little bit because we need to have it fairly dense. That would probably be about it, I think. Okay, well, let's go and have a little look at our rivers. This is where the fun is going to start, and why I hate working with a tool like this. I mean that in a nice way. Let's check that chat. Where are we? Hi, random. Right, been to the pub. Got risotto in your belly. And now watching the men's 100 final. The men's 100. Oh, the men. Oh, God, because I've got the athletics in my mind today, and I'm thinking, but Noel Lyle's already won that. No, the men's 100 final. The old kick it, yeah, the kick it. Not the kick it, but the cricket. Yeah, right. It's fine. Oh, and the wine is chilling as well. Nice. You had risotto. I have so far had a cheesy bap. I know it's not very filling, but I'm going to have myself some dinner tonight. I've been running around doing lots of favours for people today, and I haven't got a lot achieved in the game, so, or editing or anything like that. 100 as in kick it. Yeah, I'm with you. Oh man, bacon and leek. And finally the tree brush. Yeah, finally. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I'm just... We'll see. We will see. Because it's like this. I mean, I don't know. But because we have got the density that we need along the river, I think it's probably... We'll probably end up doing a little bit of cleaning up as well along some of these sides. It's probably okay, like this. And then we'll go with a lighter density just to give it a bit more fade. What do we think? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my, I'm losing it again. But yeah, no, I spent the day with a good friend. Unfortunately they lost their mother last year as well, and we went up and had a day with their kids up at the I don't know, I suppose it's a garden or whatever. It's open land that's there's like walkways and benches and stuff, and memorials for people for the, that have gone and left us and gone to a better place, you know. So we went and did that. I did a little bit of momentary babysitting every now and then so that they can have a few quiet moments, because, you know, losing your granny when you're 7 is one thing. Losing your mother is a different thing altogether. So they got a bit of solitary time, which was nice for them, and nice for me because they're great kids. They really are. There's a 4-year-old going on 14. Oh, she's adorable, but my goodness me. It's good parenting if you can bring up a 4-year-old to act like a 14. It's just, yeah, very nice. But then at the same time, fighting with the siblings like a 4-year-old should. That's healthy, right? So that was good. I went and did a bit of food shopping, and now, well, then I did the editing of the tutorial and got that rendered. Came up, bodged a Yeah, see this. I'll have a look at this in a moment. Bodged the thumbnail. I think it looks all right. I'm going to move this tree back a tiny weeny bit. Like that. Yep. Starting to come together. You're allergic to children. Oh, I love children. I couldn't eat a whole one, clearly. And I would need like lots of ketchup. But yeah. No, I'm in an industry that, you know, I've just been around kids so much that it's kind of natural. You know, all the years of YouTube, you kind of like have game face, you know. It's like, and now on today's Cities Skylines 2 o'clock. Lots of exciting stuff. This is not me. I hope you know that's not me. But it's the same with kids. You then can switch things on and just, you know, deliberately get words wrong in songs to make them feel clever. Oh, the wheels on the bus go up and down, up. Hang on, what do you mean they don't go up and down? Oh, round and round. Yeah, that's it. And then they teach you the words. It's just simple stuff. And it entertains them. And I don't like that tree there. You're moving. And back to this. You know what? Happy there. That's enough. Got to remember, I've got to save some trees. There's going to be some areas where there's going to be trees other than the riversides. And comes this way. Lovely. You like how it looks? You do? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It means so much coming from somebody that can't do realistic forests in a map that's meant to be a watercolour painting. Or was it oil? I don't remember. Oh, so good. Love it, love it, love it. Anyways, let's do a little bit of that. We will do some fade at some point. We'll do some forests, or woodland areas. I'll say in the middle of the map here, I think I'm going to do the equivalent of field painting, but not. More like avenues with the trees, but with no roads. In fact, I'll probably put down roads so that I can tree line them, then delete the roads, and then it'll feel about right. It'll feel logical. I think that's what I'm going to do in the middle, just to make the place feel a little bit more, I don't know, normal, buildable, going buildable. Buildable, there's the word. It's the competition for Build-A-Bear, isn't it? Build-A-Bear or Buildable. Get all your dairy stuffing here. I love it. Right, so I'll probably bring that down that way. I may have a small... In fact, I will kind of fill this area in a bit as well. And I'm not even looking at tree count yet. It'll just fill me with fear if I see that like I'm about to hit 100,000 or something like that, and I barely started. I'm going to thin out the middle bit. There we go. Half an hour till I take this intermission. Oh, I had a moment earlier. I've got it on CCTV. I'm going to be sharing it on Facebook later. Some guy in a blue van that came around the corner so fast I was sure he was going to go through my shop wall. I mean, literally skidded to a halt, drifted to a halt, and I mean it's just ridiculous. 30 mph speed limit, and kids, you know, cross the road here. It's a commercial thoroughfare. You know, it's stupid to be doing that anywhere, but in a built-up area, nuts, I tell you. I'm hoping somebody sees my footage and then reports it to the police. You know, oh, I never did that. It wasn't me, mate. I just thought you were an idiot. Somebody else thought you were illegal. We'll see how it goes. All the wheels on the bus go up and down and down and down and up and down, down and down and up and down. Oh, do 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 do. Something like that. Right, something like that. Something a little bit like that. Yeah. And onwards. This is my friends that I spent a few hours with today. It was about 3 hours together. It's quite nice. It's her son. You'll know him. You know him. You know her son. It's this guy.
It's my first snap.
Him. So sweet. He's a sweetie. They're all sweeties. They're sweet kids. Okay, let's have a little look. What was that there, Random? At what time will you stream your tar roughly? It'll be pretty much at any point during the day. I don't know exactly, because I'm going to try and do a couple of odd jobs during the day as well, so it's just one of those. But it's a public holiday in the UK on Monday, and so I'm not trading. It's I've tried trading on public holidays, and there's just no footfall at all in my area. It's not a touristy area. A lot of the stores aren't open in my parade, and so I can sit here all day and take nothing, so I don't bother. So it will be throughout the day, and I've no idea what I'm going to do with it. I haven't even looked at the tile yet. I've literally no idea. All I know is I know what tile it is, giving myself the start square, so C3, so nobody else could fight over it. And that's all I know. That's literally all I know about it. It's just a how's it going here? Some of the shapes here I'm not liking. Not liking some of the gaps in here. It just feels a bit weird. I might fill that in a bit more there, and we'll do that there. Right. That's all right. So yeah, I don't know. Who have we got? Grizzly Gamer, howdy. Watching 2 live streams at the same time. Multitasking. Yep. Oh, the boy who made every first map of Cities Skylines. Yes. Oh, Sam, lovely lad. I would say who was young then, but he's almost a teenager now. It makes all of us feel old, no doubt, to hear that. But yeah, good kid. And I'd say it was with his siblings today. His little sister is an absolute adorable cutie. Proper little cutie pie. And then her, the middle brother. He's the typical middle brother, actually. I mean, he's a good kid. I really like him. But it's just middle child syndrome he's stuck with, sadly. Yeah, you're not the biggest, you're not the littlest, you're not the cute one. Yeah, just middle child syndrome. What can you do? What can you do? Yeah, this is getting bulkier if nothing else. I may have to thin some of these areas down a bit maybe at some point. Where were we? This bit here. Ba 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 ba, let it in. Ba ba ba, let it in. La da 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 da, do do do. Right, so little areas like this we'll look at once we have filled out these river edges. We are going to come back to these river edges and do a little bit of fade, although we have got some fade already. I think that's fair to say there is a bit of fade there already. I think it's could be a little bit more just subtleties thrown into it. I've also been playing the game on another computer. Watching 2 live streams and playing the game. That is proper multitasking, that is. Yeah, so yeah, this athletics later. Well, 20 minutes now, or not even that. We've got 2 Brits in the final. I mean, we've got the relays to come as well, which are always fun. But yeah, 2 Brits, and Keely Hodgkinson is just such a huge talent. I just got a feeling that she's got gold written in her. She'll probably get beaten by a Kenyan now or something like that, just to ruin my evening. I come back on stream in the sulk, you know. She didn't win. Oh, I love it. I used to run, and I mean run, not run for the bus or run for a taxi or whatever. Even run for a taxi comes to you, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. Yeah, I used to run. I used to be fairly nippy over 400, 200 and 400. I was like a very slow Michael Johnson. Very slow Michael Johnson. Oh man, described myself to Michael Johnson. But that was my sport, my not sport, my distance. I would have been better, but of course I was asthmatic, but nobody knew I was asthmatic. Nobody picked up on it until I was well into my 20s, and one of the doctors said to me, "How long have you been asthmatic?" And I went, "Am I?" I don't know. Am I? He says, "What do you take for it?" I went, I don't. Am I? Am I asthmatic? Yeah, you are. Quite badly. Oh, excellent. Well, that explains a lot of things. Oh, so funny. So funny when you look back on these things and you go, well, why didn't anybody know? You don't expect me to know. You know, whatever you live with is your normality, isn't it? If you've never met another person and you have, I don't know, deformed arm, you assume the deformed arm is normal until you meet somebody else and you go, oh, This isn't normal. Yeah, no, it's quite deformed actually, mate. And you go, really? Oh. And it's just, yeah, whatever your normality is your normality. And I just didn't have a clue. We're getting there. This is much quicker. This is much, much quicker. But it's got less specificity. I'm less happy with it than what I've done previously. But I kind of appreciate that this map will never finish otherwise. You'll go on. And then down here. Going up into the hills. It's BonBonB normal. There's a word. It's fair to say I'm definitely not normal. I don't know what normal is, but whatever it is, it's not me. I look to other people and I marvel how they just get through life, and they're normal and I couldn't do it. Normal. Is BonBonB normal? Good question. Yeah, we all have our demons. I've got enough demons, so if having demons is definition of normality, then yeah, I'm normal. Alright, can we get rid of you and get rid of you. Put a few sprinklings down here. And come up to you. Just a few up there. A few here. And just a few here. I did a little bit of underwater detailing off camera a little while ago. What do we think of this rockfall? I am not sure about it. I shall just leave it there for the moment while I have a swig of my wet stuff. Normal is boring, yeah. Oh, that's really good cherry cola, that is. So anyway, yeah, what do we think? I will bow to your opinion. I'm not sure about it personally. And don't just say it's nice because, you know, you want to encourage me. Consider that for 6 years I've been saying, oh, I really don't buy this. It just doesn't really work for me, etc., etc., to complete strangers. So feel free to let me know what you think of this. My instinct is I like the idea. I just don't like the execution as much as I want to. But this was a first take on it. And given I've only got vanilla tools, vanilla assets to work with, it's going to be difficult to do anything cleverer than that, really. So yeah, let me know. I need to know. Let's get rid of all my viewers by singing completely out of tune. Is this singing, they said, it's going through my head, and you're making up silly words. I said floobadoo, flig flag friggy doo. Oh, I'll stop. It's mostly underwater, so without, so maybe just uses props and buildings without benefit. I don't know. No, it's mostly underwater, so maybe it just uses props and buildings without any benefit. Yeah, I mean, underwater detailing with props and buildings is okay when it's visible from above, which this is, but I just don't think I'm getting the effect that I really wanted here. But again, because I haven't got any of like Grey Flames rocks, I can't even say his name, Zardus's rocks or anything like that, because I haven't got anything like that to play with, there's major limitations. I think I might end up here just doing where are we? Just terrain editing it to get cliff texture going in here. Maybe some softer edges here, and then you get more cliff face going in. Maybe some rocks down at the bottom that are visible. I think I might go with that, but not now because I am tree painting. Whoop whoop, tree painting. Tree painting, it's the most exciting job of the map maker. You can have some by the coast and maybe terraform it a bit underwater, so you can use a cliff texture instead of the proper. Yeah, it's pretty much what I said there. So I think we're on the same line. One of the ideas in the past was a meme video was a compilation of you singing. Oh, if you want to have no subscribers on your channel, you're very, very welcome to. Hang on. If you want to use singing, my singing on your channel, you're very, very welcome to use, but you'll lose all of your subscribers. It's, yeah, I'm such a good singer. Right, and then everybody's favourite factory. Alright, anyway, got it. Heading upstream. And so with this edge detailing, just means that I'm not tempted to go too close to the river. I think it's it means I get the density really high along the river's edge as well, and this is basically some kind of natural fade. Don't like these guys here. That's just texture. In fact, I don't like these two here either. That's better. That is better. So better, so better. Oh, that's no, not going that way yet. Keep going up. Keep on going up. And we come over this way. Ooh, that's going to be a smaller brush. I don't have, well, I do have a smaller brush, but I'm not tinkering about with it right now. Right, 7 minutes. 7 minutes till the intermission, where I will disappear for a very short while. The stream will continue. The stream will continue. Oh, I am going to make the size smaller here. So we've got some cliff edges to mess around with. If anything, actually, I prefer this size. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. It will probably do. You're gone. And you're gone as well. Got a bit close there. Got a wee bit too close. And moving on up. Moving on up. Moving on out. Trying to break free. Oh, right. Oh, blinking heck. Okay. I didn't realise we were up on the plateau, but we'll do the plateau while we're up here. That seems like an area to be done. I think we need to do that. We'll do this. Now, I've got to be a bit careful here. I'm going to try and use the there we go, the lines of the textures. And here. And here. And oh, and there. That's not too bad. Right, coming down time-wise now. It's about 3 minutes now, so I need to. I'll finish this section on the plateau, and we'll take that intermission. Time-wise, I don't know how long, but the 800 meters is only from start to finish is only about 2 minutes. Then you've got to allow them to run out onto the track first of all, be introduced, all the usual shenanigans with sport that they do. But once the race is over, I will be rematerializing. The stream will continue. I'm not going to start a new stream. I'm just going to leave this stream ticking along. So you'll just have the back in the moment, the recently rediscovered back in the moment sign, and then we'll be back in a moment. How's that sound? Sound alright? What's that? Is that a tree or is that it? You're gone. I don't like you two there either. Actually, I don't know what was in my mind when I put you two there. And then we've got, yeah. I'm going to stop because I will miss the entire race otherwise. So if I park the camera here and drop the camera down a little bit there. What's that? You just need a chance to use the new sign. That's all it is. Right, okay. I'm going to mute the mic and I'll be back pretty dang soon. I'll see you then. I wish I had some background music for this. I did have some background music for the sign as well, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to work. I will try though. If you suddenly get some music playing, it means that the music's working, but I don't think it is. Right, see you soon. Well, I have put the television on, and the 5,000 meters is running. So best will in the world, they're not starting anytime soon. Oh, it's been put back to 7:45. Well, that's great. Okay, we've got some time. All right, sorry about that, but I genuinely thought that we no music. Yeah, there was no music. Yeah, like I said, I probably just need to reboot the software completely, but it's not a priority for me. Okay, so we have 15 more minutes to fill. Well, when I say 15 more minutes, I mean trees to fill. Let's come down here. If you can hear anything rumbling in the background, people shouting and screaming on the television, that is all it is. It is the 15, sorry, not the 50, I keep saying 1500, 5,000 metre men's final, of which I wish them all luck, but I'm pretty sure there isn't a British, there might be a British interest. I'm looking through for the shirts. I don't like the British team shirts at the moment. It's I mean, it's okay. It's not very flattering for the ladies, if I'm honest, in terms of the fit. I don't know why they agree to wear it. You know, can't they say, look, can we have something a bit more flattering? You know, I mean, it's all about speed, but if it rides unflatteringly, shall we say, it's, yeah, I don't know. One thing to be said about it is the doesn't give them the wedgies that some of the other teams, female athletes, have, like 8 inches of bum cheek hanging out by the end of their race, and the British girls don't have that. So there is that, but yeah, the cut doesn't look particularly flattering. And you want to look good. I mean, you want to be champion, but you also want to look good while you're doing it. Yeah, I don't think it's the... There are some nations that got really, really good, what are they called? Yeah, national kits. I think the American one at the moment is really good. We all go through cycles, don't we? Where you're sort of like, oh, I like our current. Oh, no. What have they done to our team kit? They've ruined it. Yeah. Don't get a copy. It's very, very distant. I doubt if you can hear it. It's very, very distant. So I'm probably going to be okay. There's not like to be any music, which is the bigger sin. But yeah, I have got the TV down as quiet as it will go. I know it sounds dumb that I've actually got sound coming out of the TV as quiet as it go. It won't. Well, the TV will mute. But I have these little speaker things that plug in on the underside, and the only way I can mute them is by getting down on my hands and knees and twisting knobs. I'm not getting down on my hands and knees. Just like, it's not that important to me. And if I get a strike, a copyright, it won't be a strike, it'll be a notice, copyright notice, where they'll say, oh, you had something playing in the background, and I might lose the revenue I get from this stream, right? Which will probably be pennies. If that, I might get 2 or 3 pennies. I don't really get anything much in the way of revenue because there just aren't enough people watching. You know, with the ads running, if there were a few hundred people watching, it might be worthwhile, but I do this more for me, and that anybody wants to join me, this is just a double bonus, really. Takamon's here. Just watch your video, gave you ideas. I've got ideas. I'm going to include one in this map. It will be the whole Vanilla Plus syndrome. Makes me want to do the... Oh, going to the final lap. Who's up there? Well, there's a guy in shorts. There's another guy in shorts. Then there's 3 more guys in shorts. Another guy in shorts. More guys in shorts. And then another guy in shorts. 1 white guy. One white guy, he's in third at the moment. He's not going to... Oh, no, and there's a guy in fifth. From Germany, I think. Norway. No, Norway. Oh, is that Ingebrigtsen? Hang on, let's just see the end of this race. There's like a lot of them. Oh, blimey, anybody could win this. I've not seen a race that's quite as contested as this at the end of the 1500. I thought it was the final lap. They're winding up to the final lap. It's the final. That's what it says on the screen. It says final, not final lap. It is Ingebrigtsen. Ooh. He'll want to win this. I'm saying that the white guy won't win. I think the white guy's supposed to win this one. Ooh, it's exciting. They're really liking it. I mean, they're supposed to be, aren't they? It is technically the World Championship final. There's a guy in red and green. I'm guessing he's Moroccan. Ingebrigtsen from Norway's chasing him down. He's in second now. And then there's three Kenyans. Ingebrigtsen's checked over his shoulder. Oh, he knows he's won this. I think. Has he not got it? Has he not got the legs? It's going to be close. Ingebrigtsen's won it. Oh, on the line. That was really, really tight. Good race, that. But I think he knew he'd won it as he came off the bend, but he only just had the legs to make it. And that's very, very impressive running. Oh man, that was good. That was a good race. Let's hope the ladies 800 is as good. I might not even go on the break on this one. I might just commentate on it. In lane 1, a girl with tight shorts. In lane 2, a Canadian girl in tight shorts. Oh, I love it. The idea of making a giant tree within a city is so appealing, but it's impossible. Well, it was impossible. The thing that I found, though, when making the that video, right, because the thing is, I could have included even more information, but because I haven't tested it, I've tested it, but I haven't super tested it, i.e. worked out all of the anomalies and technicalities or whatever. I think with the trees there is a maximum that you can actually enlarge them. I can't tell you exactly how big that is, because first time I worked it out, it was 15 enlargement clicks, so 15 steps. And then when I went to prove it to myself, the next one went to, I don't know, it was way more than 15, way more than 15. And then when I thought, okay, I was just about to start recording for the tutorial, and I thought, okay, let's just do this check one last time. I want to know how big can you enlarge a tree. And when I did it that final time, basically the tree didn't stop. And if you actually have a look at the video again, yeah, go watch it again. The tree on the other side of the of everybody's favourite factory, right? The biggest tree. That one was, I mean, basically just didn't stop growing. I stopped at that point so it'd fit in the screen. With the props, there doesn't seem to be any limit. Although, of course, you've got to remember things like the textures in a prop. The bigger you go, and same again with the trees as well, the bigger you go, the more blurry the tree or the prop will become. But there is upscaling on props possible. And it is a prop that I'm planning on using to upscale on this map. Again, just out of silliness. And if the person loading the map doesn't have prop or tree control, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be out of the way and you won't really notice. You just won't notice what I've done. nobody would pick up on it. But yeah, that's going to be one of the last things I do. I think I'll just save that to the end as novelty detailing. Oh, there we go. But yeah, it's a heck of a find, isn't it? That. I'll say the because when Harry told me, I'm sort of like, I was blown away by the idea. And I went back and had a look at the workshop page and read through it. I have read this, but I don't think the implications really just, yeah, you know, when you read something but you don't realise what it means. Yeah, how will it really affect me? You know, you're going to be on lockdown for 6 months. Yeah. Oh, am I? Okay. And then you realise what that actually means afterwards or during, and you go, oh, this isn't quite as fun as it sounds. You know, although I did enjoy lockdown personally, a lot of people found it very difficult, mental health problems and all that sort of stuff. Can't say I you know, I have sympathy. I have sympathy for those that struggled, but I didn't have any issues with it. But yeah, I didn't realise the implications when I read it. I thought, oh, that's something you could do. Why would anybody use that? Not realising, of course, that meant that I could guarantee specific sizes of trees along rivers and novelty detailing. This is, oh man, this is going to be so good. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're building up. They're saying on the TV now we're building up to this. We're going to see Keely Hodgkinson win the gold for Team GB. Well, try to win the gold for Team GB. Okay, come on, set the camera. We've got another Brit. So 2 Brit girls in the final, I think. Scottish lass, who is good, but I just don't see her winning it. Oh. Big yawn. I picked up today at Lidl. Yeah, first time I've been to Lidl. I'm assuming if you're in Europe. Any Italians in the 800? That's a good question. That is a very, very good question. I'll let you know when they're all called out and they take to the track. But you've got that really good 100-metre sprinter at the moment, haven't you? The over in Italy. I can't remember his name, but he won the Olympic gold. Somewhat surprisingly, but it was like, yeah, good, go for it, guy. Right, here we go. We're just padding out. We're going to come around all of this again, and we'll do some proper just fade around. We've done that. Good. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Oh man, this is so much work. So much work. You know, if I wasn't streaming, I'd still be talking like this. Who have we got? Hang on a second, let's have a look. I can't play. Hang on a second. Unfortunately, we can't place buildings on elevated roads. Well, no. You can't place buildings on elevated roads. If you want to do that, procedural objects mod, it's not ideal, but it's a way, because you just got to think of ways of breaking the game. When I did that with the elevated aqueduct, it was, if I were to break the game, And yes, it did require me to get a custom asset made, which was really good of Revo to do that for me. I mean, I tried to do it myself, but I just don't have the knowledge. And Revo did it in like probably 10 minutes. All he had to do was like just set a couple of things and just bam. There you go, BonBonB. That's what you asked for. That's what I asked for. But yeah, the elevated aqueduct idea. Just working out what the game limitations are and what the ways around it are. And what Bringer of Fire is really good at, which is looking at an asset, see how it affects the game and how it can be used in other ways. So like when he discovered you could actually straighten out dams, it was like, you are joking? Who would have thought of that? You know? And then just all the other things he's done, all the other vanilla tricks he's pulled. It's like, wow, you are so clever. But yeah, it's just deconstruct the game, work out how you can make it work for what you're looking for here. I think that is everything. This is all done. All that is done. We've done the valley. We've done here. We've done up to the top. We've done all down here. We've got, so these are done. It's just tight. That was the bit I said I'm going to come back with a smaller brush, which I now have. And that's gone. Lovely. I suppose we could put a few trees around here. Kind of feels like it's been missed up here, actually. I think I've missed up here. I think that is... Oh, who have we got? Hang on. Ooh. Women's 800 final. Moo. Right, okay, let me have a... I'm going to commentator mode. I might have to step away from the computer, though. Let me walk over. Oh, yeah. Live from Budapest, Hungary. We've got... Yes, we know about her. She's the one we're all excited about. Inside her is the Scottish lass, who we're not so excited about. Not seeing any blue shirts. Random. Seeing lots of... we've got a Jamaican. Got the American. Right, so American in lane 8. We've got Jamaica, America. A couple of... definitely African. I don't recognise the flags. Like Botswana or something like this. So yeah. But no, sadly no Italians. Right, so I'm officially stepping away from the computer, and if I start screaming like a little child, it means I'm excited. So this will last about 2 minutes. Bear with me on this, won't you? Okay, they're on their marks. And they're off. 2 minutes time, one of these girls is going to have a gold medal. Going well so far. Keely's in second, Gemma Riki's in fourth. Come on, Brits. Into the last lap. Still third and fourth. Right, well, we've got chances of medals. Come on, Keely! Into the home straight! Come on, Keely! It's going to be a silver medal. Oh, that was hilarious. Okay, I can turn that off now. Alright, hang on. Where's me doodangler? Right. Oh. Okay, that was hilarious. Sorry about that. Yeah, go Scotland. I think she came 6th. Yeah, where were we? So, why I was laughing. The Kenyan girl who won it, she deserved it. She ran a really good race, really fast down the home straight. As she crossed the line, she jumped like a gazelle. But once you've just finished running a World Championship 800 metre final, and you were the fastest in the world in that, jumping is probably a bad idea. Because she jumped like a gazelle, but she landed like a baby gazelle, like a foal. The knee just went out from under her. She didn't fall, but it really was like a foal's first steps, where the legs just went underneath her. It was actually hilarious. But yeah, Keely's be disappointed because she was definitely hoping for a gold there. She definitely had strong chances, and she was only like a metre or so behind. She just didn't have the legs to keep up with the Kenyan in the home straight. Right. Anyways, so now it's officially head down and carry on with the tree lining, because this is going to be the task for this afternoon. So I won't get any map making done certainly tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to start on my tile in the 81 player collaboration. I have tile C3, gave myself the start square, and I will be I don't even know what I'm going to do. I've not looked at the tile. I did say this earlier. I've not looked at the tile. I don't know what's in the tile. I don't know whether there's river. I don't know whether there's main roads. I'm not sure who my neighbours are. Not that that matters at all, because you know, we're not working with the neighbours, we're just doing individual builds. I think there might be some people that might work a little bit with their neighbours, but generally speaking, it was meant to keep things as simple as is possible for everybody, by just not forcing you to have to collaborate properly. Basically, it's a collaboration where you work solo, and you don't need to do anything apart from follow a few basic rules, which means that your neighbour's map won't be broken because you're not deleting their outside connections. Basically, that's basically all you've got to do, isn't it? And you've got to work out which tile is yours, which isn't difficult really. So anyway, yeah, we're this is the week that things will start moving with that. Then I need to get organised with this old gamer and Sean Builds, and organise this Cities Skylines, not Cities Skylines thing that I was teasing a while ago. We'll see how that goes, but should be good. Again, I think. Might need to be heavily edited though, because I imagine the recording is going to go on for several hours, and it'll probably need like bringing down to like half an hour's worth of show to make it watchable. Nobody wants to sit down and watch us muttering about for 7 hours trying to figure something out. Well, I say nobody, there'll be somebody, but definitely not the masses. Right, so we have that, that's good. Heading downstream. Downstream, do, downstream. Downstream girl, she's so wet because she's standing in the river. It's the worst take on rewording of some lyrics. Not one part of that worked. Oh, hell spells. But yeah. Yeah, silver medal. Oh, it's alright. It's okay. We got the surprise gold in the men's. I mean, not the surprise bronze in the men's, wasn't it? There was a surprise gold for, can't remember which event it was, but the athlete was really not expected to come away with gold, and it's like, bloody heck, what happened there? So go Team GB, you know. Our lottery money is being spent wisely, invested in training of athletes. La -di 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 -do 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 -do. And we are heading downstream. Heading downstream. I'll bring that out a bit. I'll bring that out a bit. We'll keep this in a bit. Crashing along the coasts, or shorelines, not coasts. Shorelines are riverbanks. Sha-la-la-la. Sra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-dee-dee-dee-dee. La-da-da-da-da-dee-dee. Thing is, this is not the end of it. Like I say, we've got to do some fade with a lighter brush around the outside. Won't be much, but it will be, again, just something. Then there are more trees that need to come in here into the mix, but I might hold back on those until I know just how many trees I've got to play with, because I can guarantee we're burning through a lot of trees here, a lot more trees than we probably realise, or I probably realise I'm going through here. But these are areas that I think are absolutely key. These are the most important areas for me. The riverbanks, and yeah, the wetland areas. These are the areas that need to have tree coverage, so we will make sure that there is tree coverage. We'll flush out and flush out some forests here and there. We'll put some transitions into the mountains as well. Cool. And cool. Like that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And down here, and up there, and a little bit there. Might do a tree count in a moment, because I think that is, we've still got this bit to do, and we've still got this bit to do. We'll start over here. We will start over here. Like so. We'll just feed that around this way. It's not the most amazing fantasy map tree painting, is it? But hopefully the map will carry itself. I can just see Anapu doing tree painting on this map and just doing it completely differently and just knocking the ball out of the court. I can just feel it right now. But it's okay. It's my map, not their map. And as long as I'm happy with the end result, that will do. It'll have to do. Ah, there. I did have an idea many moons back about basically getting the best map makers and basically going to Sidai saying, right, okay, can you do me the terrain for a map, please? And then going to, I don't know, someone else and say, right, okay, can you make these make the mountains, you know, like more spectacular? And then go to somebody else who's notorious for their beaches, or can you make these beaches more beautiful? And you know, not that Sidai doesn't do beautiful beaches, but having each creator having a specific aspect of the map that they take the map and all they're interested in is making a realistic rail network because that's what their skill is, and then just ending up with the perfect map that nobody would ever want to build on. I had that concept, but I don't think it could have worked. I think it was a little bit too fanciful. Maybe the map makers would have gone for it, but then okay, where do you draw the line? So let's say Sidai's made a really nice, say it's my map, right? And I go, right, okay, these are the mountains, and then Anapu comes along, he has to make them far more fantastic. He has to rework my mountains. He'd feel bad about it. Well, he wouldn't feel bad about it because it's Anapu. He's evil, that one. Evil Knievel. So yeah, it's, ooh, the trees down here. I think that might have been quite an interesting little way to go. If you send me the file, I'll add you a painting of your choice. Send you a file. What of them? No, I'm trying to work out exactly what you're trying to offer me there, but yeah, no, yeah, we're good. We're good. It's coming together. Oh. Pain. It's okay. Bit of indigestion pain there. That was. Just clench the butt cheeks. Everything will be fine. Right? Force it all back in. You'll be fine. I'm good. I'm good. I think we need to. Come along like that way. Come along this way, back in this way. And it's good. Up this way is good. A bit of width here. I think what we'll do here is a second bank. I know what would work here. It's the mirroring technique. So we got the lake, and then we'll do something like that with the trees alongside it. That kind of shape. That makes that kind of sort of work. I'll just wind that off that way, and then here there's definitely something like that. Heidi hody. Right, I said tree count, didn't I? Yeah, this map file. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just get this out. I think this map's going to be interesting only in as much as I'm going to include the tree control, prop control trick on one aspect. I'll pop it in there. People can look and laugh, but it'll be tucked away and out of the way, so it won't matter. Or I could just make the world's biggest essential lighthouse. Oh man, don't make me do it. Oh no, it's a building, isn't it? The essential lighthouse is a building, so I can't do it with the essential lighthouse. Oh, that's devastating. Right, so tree count time. Last time I checked, it was about 8,000. I reckon we're probably 20, 22. That's my guess. Because we just popped down a whole lot in one go. Let's have a look then. Let's do it. 35. Exactly 35. That is scary. 35,000 trees. That's okay. That's all right. Because the next stage is actually going to be fairly light on trees. 27. Yeah. No. No. Sorry. I just got an irritant in my eye there. Right. So what we're going to do is go back to the forest brush. Even. Let's turn the strength down and the density down. Let's see what we get for this. In fact, make the brush size larger as well. That might work. Not sure I want larger though. Right, so little fade around the outside, but also using that fade to mirror the shapes that we've got already. Go slightly larger brush here. That's a bad move. Go away. Thank you. I just push the strength down in error. Looking at this. This needs to come out and around and down. Out and around and down. Like so. we'll just push the density up a little bit in this area. So this is just, like I say, it's really annoyingly not giving me the trees in the areas that I want, which is why I get frustrated by the tree brush. And we've got a line here. Just kind of want it to fill in certain specific areas sometimes. That kind of works. I'm going to do a little tie in there. Bigger brush. Bigger brush. And a little bit too close to the road there. And you can go as well. Oh, wrong. No, when I say you can go as well, it's the opposite direction. The opposite direction. Right. Yeah, there was one thing I was looking at with the this resized giblet. I think this could work really, really well. Let me come over here and show you. Let me come over here and show you. Because I want to do something different for a minute, because otherwise my brain is just going to give in. Vegetation. Right. Over here is, I think that's the one. It is the one. We come right in here, really close up. There is that tiny pixel of grass. Tiny, tiny pixel of grass. Now, we're going to grab it. And we are going to extremely bigify it. Not sure how bigify it I need it to be. It would help if I moved that closer to something of reference. Something of reference. There we go. A tree. That's a reference. That's not far off, right? In fact, that will do. We will use this. We will use this. You come over here. And we will la da da doo doo doo. La da 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 da. Right, okay. Now, because you look at this go, yeah, but they look rubbish. They do look rubbish, but you know what they also look like? They look like sea kelp. That's exactly what they look like. Scaled up sea kelp. You saw it here first. Right, okay, let's do them. Let's just get rid of these before I forget that they're there. But I will leave the potential sea kelp here. Okay. Oh, hello, Maverick's here. Hang on, let's catch up with the chat. Let's catch up in order. Right, the maps. Now you can only place 7 times as many trees as there are now before reaching the limit. Correct, yes, that's right. Really make it hurt, won't you? Puts like that, it feels like it won't be enough. Always feels like there won't be enough. I am going to have to be a little bit canny. I do know that. Hi Diego. Hi there, BonBon. Streaming on Sunday. You're really committed to the game. Yeah, but I've got to get some map done today because I won't be sorry, I won't have a language is difficult. I won't have a lot of time the early part of next week to do it because of the 81 tile collaboration. So yeah, that's going to be it's going to be a busy week for me with that. As soon as I've done my one tile and I've recorded the show for how to submit your files, we'll do that then. Anyway, yeah, all good. Mav's here anyway, we know that's a SERP, right? Well, what theme is this? It looks awesome. I'm glad you like it. Theme mix. It's I can't remember what themes I've used in the theme mix. Random doesn't like the theme. You can also do that with the vanilla vegetation. Yeah, I'm not sure how well that will scale though compared to this, but we'll try it. Well, anyway, I don't know. This is really good. I don't know about the rest of the theme. I'll take you on the wander around the theme in a second. There is a spatial grass here for cattle growth called, oh blimey, called something I'm not even going to try. I will try. Brachyria. Anyway, that is as large as that last asset. Yeah. For playing, there is no Sunday, Monday. You play when you want to. Yeah. Where were we? Anyway, we were doing the themes. So I've gone with this theme because I can work with the cliff textures. I like the cliff textures. The ground texture was good. Like I say, I kind of like the ground texture. Very solid. It's the Inder theme as a base. I can't remember if I use a different sand theme from Inder. I'll have to check before I upload. But yeah, I can't remember which theme I used for sand. I should have made a written note of it. I have switched out the textures in the resources. The resource, at least a couple of the resource textures are different. I think certainly the fertile was luridly green. Very luridly green in Inder. I don't think you'd appreciate it. Very bold, very striking. And in fact, they were all pretty in your face. So I've gone for a more subtle approach. So we have, this is the oil, this is the fertile, this is the ore. So a bit of a subtle mix going on there. The water, nice and blue. Going to work really well. And actually the water works really well for the waterfalls. You get a nice blue out of the waterfalls, which is obviously always very pleasing. You get quite a good drop out of the waterfalls, although these ones aren't really meant to be seen over here for close up. They are more of a distance from half a mile away, but the small waterfalls do carry really, really well. So yeah, fancy map coming along, should be ready. I've said a couple of weeks 2 weeks ago, but I mean a couple of weeks now. CS isn't the game, it's a lifestyle. You're not wrong. I think you said it was a different sand texture. Inder was very white. Yeah, I think so. The yeah. I mean, I could switch that in now. Let's just do that because this is a theme mix. The wrong button, right button, up to here. Scroll it down to Inder. So yeah, that is the Inder theme. So I think we've got the same. This is the same texture for the ground, same for the cliffs. Switched out the sand because I mean it could work really, really well, but just didn't think it was working for this map. Very, very, very bright, and the transition. Oh, that was the reason. I think the transition between these two textures doesn't work well enough for me. And then, yeah, you've got your ore. The ore's okay. I think the ore might be the one that remained unchanged. The fertile It's almost sickly, in my opinion. I'm sorry, the creator of Inda, but that's just my personal call. My colour vision will be different from anybody else's, and the oil just doesn't really feel like oil to me. It doesn't shout oil. So it's a good solid theme. Switched out these two, switched out the sand. Everything else is pretty much the same. I think. Oh, where are we? What am I doing here? Back to this, and that is this theme there. Right, so you can go, and we're back to this. So yes, it's tree painting. Woohoo! Ah, Krazix. We'll get there. We are getting there. Tree painting. So forest brush. So again, all we're doing here is, oh bloody heck, who set the setting up that high? Was it me? Did I do something? I did, didn't I? Density is supposed to be down as well. Go with a slightly larger brush. Yeah. Oh, the final one, A. Yeah, the final one was all right, and then but it wasn't the final one. I amended it, and I kept the original one in case I didn't like this one and decided I wanted to go back. I never decided wanted to go back. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. But I will rename it and share the theme mix once. Let's say I'm going to have to deconstruct it because so I literally don't remember which themes I used, but it was just scrolling through the themes, clicking and go, oh, that works. It was more or less the first ones that worked. So shouldn't take too long to find if I start from the bottom and work outwards. Is it darker in here now? Have we? That's weird. Am I going nuts? I think I must be going nuts. No, it's okay. Just ignore me. I'm just having the BonBonB moment. I'm going to make that larger. Oh, motorbike rumbling around outside. So yes, so I will be streaming a lot tomorrow, but it will not be map build. It will be very much my single tile on the collaboration map. About time I did my little bit. I'll have footage then to make a brief cinematic of for later on in the week, and then I'll share the instructions on what to do, where to go, how to share, whatever's next. I'm moving that density down a bit. I'm making the brush size larger. Lovely stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I'm currently at the point in this map where I'm having the regrets. You know, the regrets where you go, God, I wish I hadn't bloody started this. Yeah, that's where I am right now. I mean, it'll be fine. I will plow through it. I always do. I think we all always do, don't we? But yeah, oh my god, how much more have I got to do? And all I'm doing at the moment is speed painting. This is not precision, mind stretching work. This is just mundanity, isn't it? Mundanity. That's what this is. That's what you have before Tuesday aity. This is the thing. I don't feel the tree brush, the tree painter. Sometimes it's sort of like it just puts trees down. You go, but I don't really like what you've done there, tree brush. I could have done better myself. And that's what I'm feeling here. It's okay. I need to save some trees anyway, because can't believe we were exactly on 35,000. What were the chances of that being a round number? I mean, I know what the chances were. It was 1 in 1,000, wasn't it? It was a 1 in 1,000 chance. Okay, let's come up here and do some there. Trim out some of this. And some of this. And a little bit of this. That's better. Smaller brush. And smaller brush. Clean up this. Clean up that. Extend this. Nice. And just a few sweeps up here. Okay, that'll do. Well, it's looking better than when it was just outlines, wasn't it? Where's my drink? Where's my drink? Oh, okay. Hi, Darren. How you doing? Right, let's have a back up to where I've read up to. Next one will be the final bit. The final one B would actually be the next one if I had to. I'd do that to Theme X1, Theme X2. Yeah, it's the only way, surely. You have seen my save list, haven't you? You just know that the save list is exactly the same. Oh, pants. I've just dropped the bottle cap. And it's probably just rolled underneath my... Hang on. Have I got my foot on it? I don't think that's not it. No, oh well. I'm going to have to finish this fizzy drink now because I don't have a bottle cap. Right, so where are we? Where were we? Cities in Motion games before Cities Skylines by the same developer actually did have a tiled map with each tile its own play space. No, I never got around to Cities in Motion, and Cities in Motion, I think I'd rather play Transport Fever. Anyway, it takes me at least 5 mixes to get the look. Yeah, it's twiddle and tweak and whatever. That's half the fun. It's like having 500 themes and just like patching them together and seeing what works. So you could have neighbouring cities, not just multiplayer. Or maybe it was a different game series. There might have been Cities in Motion, I'm not sure. Because I never played it, sadly. But it led to this, so great. Led to this city builder where I don't build cities. Find something in your youth that was like that. In your youth. Oh, when I was in my youth, we played Mousetrap. Oh, I haven't even started doing your tile. Don't worry, Maverick. There's still time. There is still time. I'm going. Like I say, the video I'm doing this week is basically so that when people have finished their map, they know what to do. And basically, what I'm going to say is, post the link on the workshop page where the map is. Post the link there. Tell me your tile number, and I will grab it. And of course, it means anybody else can as well. You can actually go and check out somebody else's tile, their work as well. But I will patch it all together as and when. But we're still in August. I'm planning on hopefully like calling this through. Well, but certainly by the end of September, I want all of this tied up, so that we can just chill out. I'm going to do a whole load of new graphics for the channel. I'm going to sort out my merch for the channel. I'm going to try and work a new schedule, because at the moment I literally I don't know what's going on with schedules now. There's no regular. We've got Cities Skylines 2 o'clock on a Saturday. We've got the chart show on a Sunday. We've got the Dev Diary on the Monday evening, and I'll stream at some point. That is my schedule right now. It's really, I don't have a schedule. It's ridiculous. So I'd want to work out a new schedule and work out how I'm going to do the new Watt map, assuming there even is a new Watt map. I know roughly what I want anyway. But anyway, so I played something on my youth. We've read that one. I haven't even started read that one. And Random did it so fast. It did what so fast? Not sure. I missed that one. It's so long ago. Hi Darren, I've said hello Darren. I know the regrets. I'm rebuilding the main mountain chains. Oh, you poor fella. Rebuilding mountain chains. Yeah, the regrets. Yeah, it isn't. You know what? It's just there are times you have that like oomph. I can do this, and then I mean it's about 60 hours worth of stream of me making this. Admittedly, a chunk of that is me just talking, but I have done some work off cam as well. So I'm definitely over 50 hours on this map now. Definitely over 50 hours. Wish I could remember the game. It was a 2000s game using sprites. Wow. You played as a mayor and people could rebel against you. It wasn't Populous, was it? Possibly Populous. That was huge at the time. Really like the fake river delta. Oh, thank you. I think it'd look even better with the shadows cast by a sunset. Well, yeah, I mean, when I take the screenshots, you know. Well, I'll take the screenshots. Tropico 3 citizens can protest. Again, great. Never played it. Just don't have the time, but really wish I had the time. I can promise you it wasn't Tropico. It was in the Cold War, a satirical look into the Banana Republic. All right, yeah. I have time too to do my tile, but vanilla is really hard. Vanilla's really hard for me. I really don't like the vanilla buildings at all, and even if we can subscribe to 5, it's not enough. Yeah, that's the thing. You need a Watts map on Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Huh? Why Wednesday? Oh yeah, we've got. I think it's definitely 3 maps. It might be 4 maps on the. These are going to be. We'll do and I'm going to do them as standalones. And I'm going to do them in the old format, not the old format, but go back, pull up one of my old templates for making the show, and we'll do one with. I'm sorry, I'm not doing any work on whatever. I'm chatting and drinking at the moment, and we'll go back and with a fresh mind and do some more fade. But yeah, I probably will dig out one of the slightly older templates, maybe with the commercial midway through, and we'll have the something like a This Old Gamer commercial, or the water commercial or something. Building on slopes. Always force myself to use vanilla stuff as much as possible so that I don't have the problem. Yep. It's part of the ugly 2000s sort of look. 2000s was an ugly decade because technologies. Yes, that's fair to say. That's fair to say. Some of the games don't carry too well these days, but at the time they were just like so out there. Why Wednesday? We wonder. Yeah. You're confident about Wednesday, are you? What map will be coming back, Maverick? But only for like a final swan song for Cities Skylines 1, and it is. I always said that it wasn't dead. If there was a map that came out that had to be reviewed, we would review it, i.e. a SIDI map, a final SIDI map, or something that is just like when you look at it, you go, how can we not review this? And then any of the maps coming from the BonBonB buddies. It's I kind of see it as a bit of a duty. I mean, you guys are great to me. You support me, and yeah, it's kind of my duty, isn't it? It's not part of the reward system, but most of the rewards on the reward system are kind of obsolete now. So I need to, again, that's something else I need to sit down. I need to work through the rewards and make sure they are all legit now. Because it's like, you can see 90-minute map attack. Well, I haven't done one of those in so long. It's unreal. And treasure hunt. So anyway, I'll put my bottle down. A map of the year. Oh yeah, a map of the year for this year, where I've done half a dozen reviews, and my one's going to be the best one. Harborough Risk PC. Anyway, right. Anyway, I'm gonna let's get back to the map. I've got more trees to put down. More trees to put down. It's thrilling. It's exciting. It's the best thing I have done since the last thing that I did, which was having a sip of cherry cola. Generic Lidl own brands cherry cola. That was the thing. Lidl. Right, so there's been a Lidl store in my town for about 30 years, I think. I remember when it first opened, I actually went down there with my mother. And so I would have probably still been living at home at the time. I mean, I moved. I was one of these. I moved out, and then I moved back in, and then I moved out, and then moved back in, and then I moved out, and she didn't let me move back in, so I got married. Right. That was basically the pattern of it. And I'm pretty sure when they opened, went down with Mum, and it was a completely different way of shopping. For example, they didn't have carrier bags. I mean, they don't have carrier bags now, clearly, because it's a different world. But you had to bring your own bags. Nobody told us. We went down there expecting to get carrier bags because that was the thing at the time. Anyway, yeah, and it was just really hard shopping in there. I went down there today for the first time since with my friend, and I made some fun acquisitions. It was quite nice. I haven't tested for the quality of the. There was a cheesy bap, which turns out to be about the same as any other store's cheesy bap. But I've had the cheesy bap for a snack. It was fine. It wasn't as cheap as I thought it was gonna be. I thought Lidl was supposed to be stupidly cheap, and they're not. But they are certainly cheaper than some of the other stores, so they have that going for them. Oh, will you please? I'll just have to put a few in manually here and there, I think. Just not getting the pattern that I really wanted out of that. That's a bit better. cool thing about Lidl is they have stuff. Yeah, well, there's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that. We have a lot of independent stores over here now. Usually run by Turks or... Yeah, I mean, I don't know it. What the hell? There we go. And yeah, you go in and they have all these weird and wonderful sodas and whatever from countries that you'd never heard of. Like, ever heard of Italy? Some of the stuff that comes out of Italy, it's bonkers, I tell you. Crazy stuff. Like olive oil. Who? How do you get oil out of an olive? Alright, okay, let's push this up again. And then... Yeah, I could do that, I think. I do have some candies in my store that are Italian import that are quite nice, if I'm honest. We had some Italian import nougat, which was delicious. It was stupidly expensive, and it was too expensive. I was unable to sell it, but it was delicious. It looked like cake. Nougat that looked like cake. So nice. I don't know if we're going to have any fade on that. We're on an island. Where's the fade going to go? Around the edge of the, in the island? It's not, is it? Right, up here we've got some trees here, and some trees there, and some trees here as well. You're not staying there. Just no. There's no way I'm letting you stay there. You look stupid. You look stupid. Stupid, I tell you. I'll throw a few trees in here. A few trees in here. And a few trees in here. You know how I feel about big trunk trees on cliff faces? Nope, 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 no. Not having it. Just not gonna believe that. We'll go for a small brush. No, not feeling that. I'm going to disconnect them. Not feeling that. I'm almost happy for it to be a little cluster on its own, you know. Strength down. Boom, 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 boom. We'll get some other sort of different foliage up there to make it work. Doesn't quite work at the moment. Right, so I think something... Oh, cramp. I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't call an ambulance. It's just cramp. Oh, ow. Oh, 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 oh. Right, I'm moving. This is the map maker's curse, yeah? How many hours have you been sat there? 15! 15 hours I've been sat here. No wonder you've got cramp. I've been sat here 15 hours, but you get my drift. You get my drift, don't you, I think? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. It's definitely coming to life. It's alive. Right, moving down here. I'll try not to die. Oh, let's have a quick chat. See what. Oh, bloody heck. Right. Lots of. Every time we look back, there's like, how much have I got to read? So, 1997. That was after we broke into the millions of colours. Oh yeah, go into the tech chat again. Yeah, anything more than 200. Oh, you remember 2 colours. I had the Spectrum, which was 8, and it was 2 colours per 8x8 square. So you had a foreground colour and the background colour. It was really, really awkward to work with. I did some coding on it though. I'm really proud of what I managed to do on the Spectrum. I went across the street from my uni flats. Oh, Lidl, yeah. Never heard of that country. It seems a terrible place. Never eat their food. No, definitely not. I love the store World Market. Only place near that stocks PG tips. PG tips, can't go wrong. Safe with PG tips. I'm not really a tea drinker, but I do know that PG tips is a good tea. In 2000, my parents visited the UK. They brought back a small can of Pepsi Max. You never opened it. You didn't miss much. It's just it's a cola. It's a good cola. It's not some. I mean, there are some colas which are not good, right? Pepsi Max is a good cola, but it's not what I'm not going to tell you that you're going to say, oh, that's so much better than regular Pepsi, or that, oh, that's so much better than Coca-Cola. It's always down to personal taste, but it's a good cola. Still have it around somewhere, yeah. I wouldn't drink it now. It'd probably be a bit flat. I mean, I know it's still sealed, but it'll probably be flat. Olive oil was there before Rome in Greece. Italy has a special region for growing olives. Just they have a special region for Parmesan cheese and balsamic vinegar. Yeah. I've seen the documentary on making olive oil. It's very, very intensive. The process. It's unbelievable they get any oil out of them at all, to be honest. But anyway, USA didn't have small cans of soda back then. Do they have small cans of soda now? Cramp is nothing. Seizures hurt. I believe you. I wonder what Bonbon's will would be and who gets channel. Oh, that's a good question. I guess technically it's my offspring. Not that they have any interest in it. £22 for a box of beer. Yeah, this is the thing with export. I've got some American candies here, and like some of them have got like 35 cents printed on them, and I'm selling them for over £1. And I get the old kid trying the whole, can I have these for 35 cents? And say, yeah, you can. You've just got to go and buy them in America. Off you go. The ticket will cost you a few hundred or whatever. Coca-Cola doesn't have citric acid. Pepsi does. Is that true? What does Coca-Cola have? Malic acid, probably. And you do have, well, you do now. Trying to encourage a little bit of restraint, eh? Coca-Cola at one time had, yeah, it did at one time. I had offspring a long time ago. Well, I say a long time ago. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, because I was previously married. It didn't end well. Unfortunately, the separation wasn't particularly amicable. I wanted it to be, but it just wasn't going to happen, sadly. And unfortunately, a rift was driven between myself and my sole offspring, and they don't want anything to do with me because of all the bad things. As you know, I'm evil. and that is basically the problem. Because I'm evil, they don't want anything to do with me, and I'm in that situation that even if I could prove that I'm not the devil that it's been made out that I am, even if I could, I mean, how say we have innocent until proven guilty for a reason. It's very difficult to prove you're innocent unless you've got literal alibis, right? So it's one of those, the things that I can do to try and prove my innocence basically mean pointing fingers. Mr. Motorbike there. Pointing fingers at my former family and saying, oh, they told lies, and they made you believe one thing. And so, first of all, that's not going to be well received, because that's their family and you love your family. So why would you yeah, I'm clearly only saying that to try and get back at them. That's all of these concepts, right? All these concepts. So it's one of those that, to get them back on side, I've effectively got to get them to change sides. Well, I wouldn't have to get them to change sides, but they'd have to accept that lies were told to them and have been told to them for almost 2 decades. And so, yeah, it's one of those things that I miss them. Of course I miss them. I wish I could have a proper relationship with them, but there is literal hatred because of the things that I have done. And I'll say it right now. I mean, any divorce, things are said and maybe retrospectively you shouldn't have said and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm guilty as much as anybody else. But some of the things that have been said were, I mean, very much disproven in court. But of course, the court papers, etc., don't get shown to the family. They're all, he didn't have to pay this. And go, oh, well, that's probably because I didn't do it, And so, it was very messy. It was very messy. It was very, very ugly. Some of the stuff that's been said about me absolutely is true, because there ain't no thing as a saint, and we've all made mistakes, or we've all said things that we retrospectively go back and go, oh, I really shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean that. And yeah, I'm guilty of that. I probably said some things that were, but this was at the time, and it's not a reason to drive a wedge between a parent and their child. And unfortunately, that's the way it went. So I'm not gonna, and I was never. It was. I basically waited, or have waited, and I still am waiting for the day that if they come to me, if my mini bonbon comes to me, I can't call him mini bonbon because that's what Ikanya called their otter. But if mini bonbon comes to me and says, I want you to explain everything, because I am now old enough and mature enough to realise there are 2 sides to every story, I will happily talk to them and say, look, we're both at fault. Absolutely both at fault. I could tell them some stories about what was thrown at me. But that's not going to help. It's not going to help. So anyway, yes, there is a mini bonbon out there. I'm not going to say anything else in terms of gender or anything like that, because it's not relevant. I haven't had any real contact or communication for a long time now. I miss them to pieces. I've got photos up in my living room of them, and because it's been so long since I've had any real contact at all, the person that I know isn't the person that they are now. this is the thing. The person that I miss, the person that I care about. I've actually got a tear in my eye right now. Stop this. Stop it. I'm fine. The person that I miss, the person that I care about, is a child, a young child, sort of 8 years old. 8 years old, because all my memories are of them being sort of first school, preschool, baby, and I haven't had any proper serious contact since about the age of 8. So that's the person that I remember. That's the person that I know. That's the person that I love. Is a child, and they're an adult now. Very much an adult. It's been a long time. So they've got all these life experiences, and they would have developed into a completely different. I don't know them. So when I spend time mulling, it's one of the reasons why this channel exists. Actually, is to stop me mulling. It's very hard to mull if your brain is busy. So yeah, one of the reasons why we have WhatsApp is because of this, because of having a rift between myself and my mini BonBonB. Mulling's not good. But yeah, when I do, I'm effectively mourning a child, because the person that exists now is not the same person. Just not the same person. So I'm good. I'm not good. I'm not good, but I'm as good as I'm gonna be. Right? I'm good as I'm gonna be. But they're not gonna appear on the channel at all. I'm not going to say anytime soon. They're not going to appear on the channel at all. They don't have anything to do with me. I don't even know where they live. I could find them. Finding them wouldn't be a huge problem, because mutual friends, all that kind of thing. But again, this is something I always said from the start, where there has been, if I've discovered somebody and we go, oh, hang on a second, are you that mini BonBon's dad? And I go, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had an instance where, oh, I work with her. I said, well, in which case, I'm not going to ask you any questions, because I don't want to put you in the middle. If you want to volunteer any information, then I'm listening, but I am not going to put, because it's just going to make life put you in a situation that's going to be awkward for you, and I'm just not about it. I'm just not about doing that. So I have. It's a small world. It's not a small town, but it's, we're in the same town, so there will be crossover, the likes of Facebook and so on. But yeah, some days easier than other days. But yeah, I've been mourning them. Effectively, they're not dead, but they are effectively dead. They're out of my life. They aren't coming back. They don't want anything to do with me. They're lost. So in terms of, to answer the question about who would inherit the channel, yeah, in theory, it should be them, right? But I'm absolutely certain that there's no interest, and not even like let's pick up the AdSense revenue. They're not interested in my money either. It's just when we broke up, I started putting money aside every week, because I figured at some point I was going to get a knock on the door from the child support agency saying, right, you need to be paying this amount for the support of your child, and you should have been paying that for the last year and a half already, so you owe us this amount in back payments. So I put money aside every single week. I put it into in an account, a separate account, and I did that for 13 years until from the age of 8 to the age of 21. At which point, as you can imagine, there was a fair chunk of cash in there. A fair chunk of cash. But there was never any approach at all. There was never any interest in my money, which was, well, my money, my financial support. My money makes it sound like it's my money. Well, of course it's my money, but, you know, my support at all. It was just a complete slate. We don't want anything to do with you. You're gone. And so, yeah. So, yeah, that money came in handy for a few, a few debts and whatever. But, yeah, I mean, how long do you sit on it? This is the thing. I figured I'd put money in there till they were 18. And I kept going till they were 21. At some point, you've got to say, no, they clearly don't want it. So, so I kept it. And I used it. And I'd still rather have given it to them. As you do with any of your kids, you do anything for them. So if they came to me now and said, could you loan me 500 quid? I'd do what I could to help. You know, of course I do. First question is, what do you need it for? Is it drugs? If it is, no, you can't. But, you know, what do you deposit for a house? I'll help. Yeah, of course I'll help. You're my kid. And they go, well, I've not seen you for so many years. And I go, well, you're still my kid. You never stop caring. Or you should never stop caring. So I've been waffling for a while now. I've not looked at the chat. I will check the chat in a moment. But yeah, I've been... Oh my goodness! My eye. It sounds. There's no crack in my voice. I know that, right? But my eyes are emotional. I've actually, my right eye is sort of is welled right up. My left eye is trying to follow. Don't often talk about this out loud because, well, first of all, it's old news. Really, it's not something that's happened in recent times. So I have spoken about it multiple occasions with multiple friends. Nothing to hide. There's no big secrets. It's just nothing that's... Is this everything done? Looks like we probably have got a little bit of fade along here to do. Yeah, I will come and... Any minute now, we'll check that chat. I'll take that. I'll take a moment. I will take a moment. Not before I look at the tree count. The dreaded tree count. The challenge of all challenges. 39,000. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to do it absolutely easy. I've got a few areas that need to be densely done. Like I say, I do want to do this this area here needs some love. This valley, I said it was going to be heavily wooded. We're already most of the way to covering the valley. I thought this valley was going to eat a lot more trees than it's going to, you know. We are going to transition in there as well into conifers. I did say the highest point I wanted trees was about level with this plateau. So when we do the tree painting, there'll be no trees in the upper echelons of the... so we sort of like, we'd be doing trees up into these areas. Got some detail work to do along the beach with a few palms. Oh, Maverick's not seen the castle. Are you still here, Maverick? Looks like it. Basically, BonBon's rich. BonBon had some money for a little while, okay? But it's been just dribbled away. Dribbled away. If only rich would be great. Oh man. The castle. Ooh, it's a castle. That's your basic shape that I've gone with. The basic detailing in here is done. We've got interesting issues with prop snapping. I've done a little bit of prop snapping in here, and sometimes they stay in the air and sometimes they go back down to the ground. So what I'll do is, on the final save of this map, those bits that need snapping in here, I will elevate them one last time, save it, and let it go. Just let it go. The areas out here will be foliaged. This will be kind of like overgrown areas here, whereas that part of the castle is less covered. So yeah, that's the castle. Then we have Shark's Tooth Island over here with the Essential Lighthouse. There she is, looking loud and proud. Some foliage to go on there as well, mostly at the top, I think. But yeah, I think the let's say the design of the map, where everything sort of like that aligns here. I have countless times mentioned the three mountains on this side, on the ridge by the valley here, 1, which is a Mesa, 2 and 3, how they mirror the 3 mountains over here by this river valley, 1, 2 and 3. These are more pointy. So I've mentioned that a few times, but also things like here, the shape of the downtown lake that we've got here is a triangle within basically a triangle. So we've just got some nice symmetries in here that I think work really quite nicely on the map. Just, you know, basic mirroring techniques, trying to get the balance from one side of the map to match the other side of the map. I think it all comes together. And in terms of buildable space, the main 9 tiles are just perfect builders 9 tiles. I'm quite happy with that. And the other one is the intersection. I was really concerned with the intersection. Excuse me. I have no idea why you were there at all. I can't even tell you that I've been messing around with pillars, because I really haven't, other than the ones that got moved here. But yeah, this intersection, I was a bit concerned because the main build for the start square is here clearly, and you can get to a decent size here. I built a city up to this point here where we hit 23,000. It was very poorly optimized, very poorly optimized in terms of traffic flow. It was one of those things, because I don't build cities very often, I didn't really think about it, I just went with it. And the problem I had with traffic flow through this this intersection was a little bit of dummy traffic, because the dummy traffic has to come and do the full loop and go back out, and then traffic coming in here has to do the loop and go back out. So everything's coming through the loop. There was a little bit of dummy traffic, and it was handling it okay. The problem was we had traffic doing a shortcut on the... Let me come out of here. Boom. Right. We had traffic taking a shortcut here to go back out this way, rather than doing the full loop it's meant to here. So I have jiggled the roads. So the lane mathematics isn't quite right, but is I'll put instructions on the workshop for anybody who has mass transit or network extensions or whatever. They can upgrade these roads. There's only like a few bits like this, from here to here, mass transit 2 lane. From here to here, highway vanilla 1 lane. That might be it. That might be it. Oh, you've got a couple of bits here as well, which are two-way roads, and that can be upgraded to mass transit. But basically, this intersection, as long as you use traffic manager on this junction here to stop people doing a U-turn, and then this flows really smoothly. Until you get to about 23,000, if you've got a poorly optimized start square, as I did, when the problem wasn't traffic on the intersection, it was traffic going into my city, because bad builder. Right, let's have a little look at the chat, because a few bits have missed. Oh, hang on. I think I've got the drinks cap. I found the drinks cap, everybody. There's a panic is over. Let me put the cap back on the bottle. Maintain some of the fizzy for a minute. Right, okay, let's catch up with this chat. I see there's at least one question up there. Oh, blimey. Right. Yes, he's given birth. I absolutely did not give birth. I wiggled my waggle, and then 9 months later, Babby came along, right? We once calculated that we could fill up a suitcase with tea bags with saving enough to pay for our airfare. Yeah, that you calculated that? That's well, listen, do you know what? Why not, right? This is why you have to get a prenup. A prenup wouldn't have made any difference. I can't tell you the reasons why. It was messy. And a prenup would not have made any difference. And also, don't date a woman who asks for more than the bare minimum. Anything more isn't worth it. Yeah, I loved her, and she wasn't high maintenance at all. At all. It was just one of those. We were together for a good while. It was getting towards a decade, and unfortunately, one person fell out of love with the other, and it wasn't me. Well, somebody fell out of love with me. I've always loved myself, so I know that wasn't me. But no, yeah, it's just it is. It just happens. It happens. Yeah, I'm over it. It was 20 years ago. I'm not fully over it, but I'm over it. I'm happy single. I'm really happy single. Relationships are a pain, and yeah, they are. Most people can't accept it. It is a shared responsibility. It really is. How many kids do I have? Just the one, although they're not a kid anymore. They are, I hate to say it, but they're pushing 30. People want victim to blame. Yeah, it makes things easier to cope with, right? It usually becomes the person who talks the least about what happens. Do you know what? That's true. That is true. Yeah, you got something to hide if you don't talk about it, but there are other reasons. And like I say, in my case, it was there's a child in the middle, and I was actually getting blamed for basically exacerbating it, and for Mini BonBon feeling, I can't believe I'm calling them Mini BonBon, feeling that they're stuck in the middle. But the problem was, if I didn't put that fight up, I got no contact. But by putting that fight up, ended up with me getting no contact. So I was damned if I did and damned if I didn't. It was the usual case of the woman wins when it comes to children. It's not all the time, but I was just on the back pedal for most of it. There was a really bad year. I'm not going to go into any details, but there was a really bad year where I was in survival mode. Absolute survival mode. I wasn't not talking about like going about killing people or anything like, nothing quite like that. But in terms of, I had nothing. I was working all the hours. When I say I had nothing, I didn't even have a mattress to sleep on. I was sleeping on a table, right? And it was A period that should have been about 4 weeks, and it got prolonged to 8 months in the end. And it was prolonged by their side because they were winning. Why would you rush it through when you are winning, and the person that you are trying to beat, they're on literally, I mean, it was literally like modern slavery. I had no options. Well, I did have options. I mean, suicide would have been one of them, but that was clearly, that means they win, so no. But basically, one of the options was to basically up and go. And I was not going to let that happen because I wanted to be there for my child. So I was not going to up and go. Retrospectively, that was the best decision, you could say, because I still didn't get contact with my child. But I did all the right things. In my heart. Whether I did the right things is a different question. But in my heart, I feel that I did the right things back then. I couldn't... If I went back and did it again, I probably wouldn't do anything different because I think I did the right things. I mean, there was one moment, talking about money, BonBon's rich. There was about 10 days where I had £250,000 in my pocket. Not literally in my pocket, but in my bank account. That was paid in error. During this time, during this whole process, I had £250,000 at one point in error paid to me. I could have gone and kept it and gone into hiding and hopefully never be found, right? I could have done, but that literally would have meant never seeing my offspring again. And also, one of the allegations against me was that I was actually stealing money out of the household, out of the housekeeping. Which, I'll be honest, if this is me and you don't me, it doesn't matter what I say now, right? I could say I was doing it because I'll give a reason, I can justify it, or I can tell you that I wasn't doing it. I'll tell you the absolute truth. I didn't. I never did. I never had a reason to. It's the most ludicrous of all the allegations against me was I was stealing money out of the housekeeping. If there was money going missing out of the housekeeping, it was probably one of my. I was a stepfather to 2 children from her first marriage. If there was money missing out of the housekeeping, you probably need to be looking a bit closer to home, because it definitely, I'll tell you now, it was not me. And there was a whole bunch. This is just one of a whole bunch of things that were thrown at me. So yeah, it's like at that time, if I had done a runner and then sort of it had come out that I'd run off with £250,000, it would have just basically said to them, well, he clearly was stealing the money out of housekeeping. There's your proof, he is a thief. So it was like I gave the money back. Of course I did. As soon as not until it was raised, not until the company that accidentally paid me the money contacted me and said, oh, we appear to have made a mistake, and then within 24 hours I paid it directly back to them. I knew it was there, but I was waiting for them to ask for it. If they hadn't asked for it, I would have kept it. Of course I would have kept it, but yeah, they asked for it. 24 hours later, I gave it back. They offered me a reward. I said, yes, thanks, lovely. And I got nothing. I gave them £250,000 back. And I got absolutely nothing. But I didn't do it for a reward. But when you're offered a reward, you kind of want to be paid it. I mean, it was only like a gift basket or something, but no, just thanks for that. I don't know. One of the reasons I watch is because of brain muddings. Yeah, thanks for that. You've been helpful for me in You've been helpful for me in I can't even say semi-similar Semi-similar issues? Oh, bless you. Bless you, Dan. Obviously. Always, if I can help, I will. But I can only be spread so thinly. All love to you. Oh, bless you. Bless you, Maverick. Yeah, but I'm not rich. Literally seen people begging for drug money and explicitly saying on the sign, it's drug money. Yeah, this is the thing. There's no shame. I actually had a dealer come into my store the other day and ask me what I smoked. And I go, nothing. And he goes, what, not even weed? I went, not even tobacco. Not even once in my life. I've never smoked anything. I've never inhaled. Never inhaled. I could be president. But no, I've never smoked anything. Other than passive smoking, if I'm in a bar when there was smoking back then. My mum was a smoker, so I'd go round to hers and I'd get some smoke in my lungs. But no, never smoked anything. So, but it was sort of like you had a big car, he had a big watch on him. I'm pretty sure he was like, he didn't say, did you want to buy drugs? But I'm pretty sure that's what he was alluding to. No thanks, I'm good. I was taking a black and white film photography class in college, found a homeless guy dressed as a wizard with a sign that said, why lie, I need a beer. The photo came out amazing. Oh, bless you. He kept it in this tent and was buried. He was buried with it. That's tugging. That is absolutely tugging on my heartstrings. Oh, that is so good. Oh, wow. Dressed as a wizard, though. So cute. He kept it in it anyway, yeah. It is a pretty card. Thank you. Thank you very much. Not quite finished, but nearly there with that one. And you gave him beer money too. I should bloody well hope so. Oh, no. Where is everybody's favourite factory? Oh, now funny you should ask that. I've got a couple down. Well, I've got more than a couple down. Not many. We have one down here by the quarry. I say one. It's a double. Just in an L shape there. Down by the quarry. We have one over here by the oil fields. Where's the oil fields? Over here. Where's my detailing, guys? What the blazes has happened to my detailing? Right, well, there's supposed to be one here, right? And also some oil wells made out of vanilla assets. Fortunately, because I save my... this is why you should always save your game saves numerically, right? I can now go back to a previous save, use a move export, import, import into this save, and I won't have to rebuild it. So yeah, but there's supposed to be one here. It lives in this gap, but this is the oil fields with that's weird, very, very weird. And we also have, doing a very, very good job at disguising, we have a secret little factory over here, which we did put a sign on the wall, which is still on the wall and hasn't snapped down to the ground. If I get in a little bit closer, you can see, here we go. Token technologies I've gone with here. And these are disguising my rail outside connection, which emerges from a tunnel down here. So there we go. We'll just get some trees down there and it'd be sort of like a mysterious secret factory that, I don't know, processes nuclear waste or something. I don't know. Make up your own background stories. So right, so there's that. Man, imagine if CS2 didn't have the factory, lighthouse or castle. If it doesn't, I can guarantee you one of the modders will make them. And if they don't, I will pay one to make them. Pointy, just like Sid I makes. Yes. 1 star less for that pillar. It's gone already. All right. Poetry Flynn. Someone will upload them to the workshop. Correct. Wiggle my waggle. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, that was. Okay, I'm going to give you a fun story, which is probably too much information, but I think you'll enjoy this one. We had it was a pine frame bed with the slats, you know, the ones that sit on the top of the frame. Then the mattress goes on top of the slats, and then you sleep on the mattress. She was very heavily pregnant. I'm guessing about 8 months at the time. And we were still active. We won't go into too much detail. She did have the 2 kids from her first marriage, who were in the house as well, in their own rooms. And so when we're active, we try to be quiet because obviously, you know, you got a thin wall between you and a 10, 11-year-old. You don't want to... Anyway. Because she was 8 months pregnant, the most comfortable position for her is to be on top. So I'm lying there thinking of England, you know, as you do. And the runner that the slats sit on gave way. So the frame is still in place, but the slats have now dropped on our side of the bed. So we are on a slope. Here comes the problem. She can't roll off of me because rolling to her side of the bed, that's rolling uphill, which can't be done. She can't roll the other way because there's a pine bed frame stopping her rolling that way. I can't climb out from underneath her because there's no room for me up the way of the headboard, and I can't roll down the other. Basically, it was giggle time. We were laughing like school children. It was ridiculous. It woke the kids up, and they came into the room, and it was like, what's going on? This is a point where I don't think I was, shall we say, attached anymore to my former spouse. When you're busy laughing, things like go south, right? So I was trapped. We managed to eventually extricate ourselves from this position, but we ended up with 2 kids in the room going, what's going on? Oh, don't worry, we just accidentally broken the bed a little bit. It's fine. Go back to bed. Everything's going to be fine. It was so funny. Oh, man. Yeah. And when we saw the midwife a couple of days later, sort of one of these final, pre birth things. Got any questions? Says it. Yeah, sure. When should we stop doing this? And she looked at us in shock. Looked at the size of my partner, wife as she was, who was huge, and she went, "Well, about now, probably." Oh, it was hilarious. Anyway, talk to kids now. They've almost all tried it at least. Well, yeah, just don't. All right. Just don't. It's a different world, a real different. The ability to get hold of pornography online is just so easy. I remember. I mean, sort of first time I saw anything would have been. I would have been at high school, and one of the other kids had some cuttings that he snipped out of his dad's magazine and brought them in. I went to an all-boys school as well, so I literally hadn't seen anything. It was like, whoa, boobies! Yeah, it wasn't just boobies, but boobies! Oh, man. Yeah, different. Whereas now, of course, they've all seen it, they all do it. Well, they don't all do it, but you know what I mean. People are confused. I've never at least had weed. People call you weird for it. You're not weird. It's not weird not to have weed. Like, I have never drunk sangria. I have never drunk gin. No, I lie. My mum had a bottle of gin in the kitchen, and when we were cleaning up the house, I poured myself a glass of gin to have a sip for her and go, cheers, mum. And it was horrible. Horrible. I'll stick to my whiskey. I'd even rather have vodka. But yeah, I mean, there's so many things I haven't drunk, right? So yeah, haven't had weed. Well done. You know, I haven't had a tattoo yet. Doesn't make me weird. I will probably have one at some point, maybe. But there you go. But yeah, 1992 was when I found my first porn website. Wow, 1992. Yeah, there was only one there, wasn't it? Just the one. I'm gonna repack my bong. Anyways, yeah. So, well, I'm glad I entertained you with that one. That was, yeah. There's one. It's something that you will not be able to get out of your mind now. But yeah, she was very, 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 very heavily pregnant. Well, that's the first yawn of the night there. Let's go back to whatever we were doing before, which was something like larger brush size, do you know what, I might just settle for that. Strength down, density down, size up. And then around here like this. And then down here like this. Ooh, you were close. You were close. Too close. Too close. Go away. Right. And we've got a few that have made it into. This is the problem with the larger brush sizes. Don't like it. Don't like it. We can move the sun later and get a bit of better coverage there. Brush size up a little bit. Oh, I said I was going to do trees on these mounds. Yep, we've got to put a density of trees up here as well. We are going to have different biomes for trees at some point. At the moment, we'll just use these. These are the lowland style trees that I'm planning to use. I'm going to have to increase the density, I think, here as well. Really have to increase the density on here. This is nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough. That's not too bad. I'll drop it down to a single. somewhere around there. Gonna make this come to life, this area. So we've got some other trees we'll bring in here just to mix it up, but there'll be more detailing trees, so lighter colour or taller, like the really tall pine things that you can get. I think that's the way we're going to go with this. There's a song called Running in the 90s that details that. Didn't know any site. I used to search on YouTube. Oh, that is funny. Oh, yeah. I mean, I recall some of the early prom sites. And, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing when I look back what I was relying on for my personal satisfaction. Some of those sites were just frankly dreadful. I mean, now there's just proliferations, isn't there? There's, what do you want to see? Okay. Lady truck drivers wearing tartan skirts and no underpants. Yep, there, we've got a website for that. What do you want to see? Martians with 4 breasts who lactate pink sap. Oh, we've got a website for that. Oh, man. Yeah. Basically, what do you want? You think you're weird? You're not. There's 80 other people in this Facebook group. Mind you, when you get to know them, you realise, actually, yeah, I must be weird if I'm anything like these guys. Oh, so good. Right. I'm making this quite dense. We also have a tree growing out of a rock. That is not acceptable. Everything else there is good. Everything else there is good. You're coming down here. And we'll do a little bit in here. There will be room for a few detail trees in here. Just to, even if I have to delete a few, just make it work. That guy's got to move. That works. I just need to densify this area here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Densify. Densify! Get the densifier out, BonBon. Ah, no. But yeah, as much as I loved my ex, she wasn't clever. She wasn't clever. Yes, with AI you can. Do you know what? I have been occasionally. Just out of curiosity. It's more than curiosity. You know, can I produce, I don't know, Brit Eklund with 4 alien boobs and oozing pink sap? Is it possible? You know. Oh, it is. Excellent. Give me 10 minutes, please. Oh, wow. Brit Eklund. This is how out of touch I am. I cannot think of a single person who would be defined as, you know, sexy in the current, Jennifer Aniston. Even she's like 90s, isn't she? Who do we talk about these days? If we're going to objectify a woman, who are we going to objectify? That stick insect Cardassian. She's fit. I'll give you that. I don't even know her name. It's not Courtney. It's not Kim. I think she's a Jenna, isn't she, actually? There you go. But anyway, there's a stick insect Cardassian. She does a lot of the catwalks. She's stunner. But yeah, I couldn't even tell you. Karen Gillan. There you go. Doctor Who. Not Doctor Who, but from Doctor Who and Marvel. Stunning woman. We'll go with Karen Gillan, right? Alexandra Daddario? Don't even know who she is. I don't even know who she is. I'm going to have to Google her. I am going to have to Google her. Hang on. I'm a little bit naughty. The worst thing I can find is when you can't talk to someone because they can't understand nuance. Oh, nuance. What does that mean? Okay. Hang on. No, I'm not translating. I'm doing this. Oh, yeah, she's cute. Very, very blue eyes. What's she been in? I don't know. She's cute. I'll let you have points for Alexandra. She's not bad. River Song is better. Oh, now you're talking. She's thinking man's totty. She is, as we'd say in the UK. Thinking man's totty. Yeah. The character as well is like, give me. Oh, you just know that character would eat you alive, yeah? She would just eat you, discard you, and, just, well, run off with your wallet as well, actually. That's River Song for you. just take everything you've got and go. But yeah. I mean, Jenna Coleman, who played Clara, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, I don't like her, and I don't like the way that she portrayed the character, but she's very pretty. When I say I don't like her, I just her mannerisms and the way that some people just don't tick your box. Yeah, Jenna Coleman doesn't tick my box. Yeah, let's put it that way. As pretty as she is, someone else can have her. I'll have Karen Gillan, even though she would tower over me, because I am not as tall as I was, and also she just wouldn't. Oh man, it's almost like an alien's face in here. Remember Battle of the Planets? I can't remember the name of the bad guy in the Battle of the Planets. 1980s Japanese cartoon thing translated into English. Yeah, it was, I would say manga, that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, yeah, it's a little bit like that. Little bit, not a lot of bit, little bit. I'm going to keep. What's my density here? Density's alright, isn't it? I'm not going to do down here because that is my tree palette. I don't want to mess with my tree palette. Probably should come up here and do. The rest of these areas here. And we'll bring in the alternate trees at some trays. The alternate trees at some point. This is Mammary Bend. Ah, yes, Doris, your right one's hanging lower than your left one. Oh, fantastic. That's not too bad up here, but just a little tap there. Come up into the upper bends. Honestly, I thought that I truly thought that the worst part of detailing this entire map in terms of trees was going to be this valley. I really was dreading it. This valley's turned out to be actually fairly... I mean, we've not done. Also, was that a straight line I see there? Excuse me? We don't allow straight lines in this. Excuse me. It is a straight line. Well, it's not anymore. Right, we fixed it. Back to the tree. Back to the tree. Oh, what have we got here? Scarlett Johansson. Now, I think she's an acquired taste. I like her. I like the actress. I like the way she comes across, you know. But I'm not actually really attracted to her. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate she is very pretty, but she's just not really. Yeah, it doesn't excite me. Not as much as some. She was in Percy Jackson, and I'd love every second. I probably would. Okay, I probably would. Clara's first 2 episodes were great. Yeah. And also no, right? The first one, the Dalek one, that was superb. That was absolutely superb, and I loved her in it. Absolutely loved her in that one. Beyond that, with Matt Smith, I wasn't a big fan. I've said this before on this channel, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't a big fan. And then with Capaldi, I thought the dynamic between her and Capaldi was much, much better. It just worked for me way better than with Matt Smith, who is still my favourite Doctor, right? So, but yeah, I mean, there were a few episodes that I liked with her, but that original one with the Daleks, was it Asylum of the Daleks? Yeah, Asylum of the Daleks, that's the one. That was a really, really good episode, and just really surprising, and how they twisted the story as well. Just really, really great work. Great work. Sci-fi at its best, in my opinion. There. It's the second one. I'll keep going though. So I do have tomorrow off, but tomorrow is the day where I will be streaming, but I'm going to be doing the 81 collaboration, and I'm going to be working on my particular tile. I'll be going to be recording a lot of it as well, because I want to put together a time lapse or something so that I can put together a show for the end of the week to tell people that haven't watched the streams what they need to do next, because there is the need to know, what do you do with what you've built? I don't think I've really explained that too well yet. The original plan was for people to put it on YouTube in the comments, but YouTube's not very good at notifications in the comments, I've found, and on replies to comments especially. So if you ever reply to a comment and you wonder why I don't know, it's because I don't know it's there. It's just hidden. It's one of the things that I'm not very happy with. Well, say notifications or whatever should be. You get a reply to a comment, I should be told. I want to know so I can, especially if somebody's asking questions. But it's been like that for a long while. Right, so we have lowland trees going on down there. We have more trees, variety of trees going down that way as well, but not right now. Are we talking about BonBon's fantasies of actresses? I don't have many. Just haven't watched much lately. This is the thing. So there aren't really any about that I can. I would struggle to name many current. Oh, hang on. What's her name? Beautiful woman. We'll say Ukrainian or Russian heritage, but she's. It's going to come back to me in a minute. She voices Meg in Family Guy. That one. She is gorgeous. Oh man, she's gorgeous. Yes. What tile is mine? To save arguments, because the thing was, I feared when I set this up that there would be a couple of little Johnnies. It's my first city, that would say, oh, can I have the start square because I can't work out which one's mine. And to avoid that from happening, I assigned the start square to myself. So you can't have it. No one can have it. It's mine. I'm the only person that doesn't have to work out which is their own tile, because mine is the one that I don't have to do anything with. So that's the one I'm going to work on. Oh. Shall we have some more of that cherry cola, as I'm down to the dregs of the bottle, and it has got a cap on it. Mila Kunis, oh man, very, 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 very yummy. Oh yes, indeed. I probably would. She speaks Ukrainian, Russian, English, and Hebrew. Oh yeah, smart. Well, bilingual, multilingual doesn't necessarily equal smart. It just means that you know more than one language, which can come from having mixed parentage, that sort of thing. So I wouldn't say it meant smart, but yes, should be smart enough not to have anything to do with me. I'll tell you that much. Or the one that surprised me, the celebrity couple that really surprised me. I had no idea about it at all, and that is David Harbour. He from Stranger Things and other things, obviously, and Lily Allen. I was absolutely I'm glad that people are finding, but I would never in the month of Sundays put David Harbour with Lily Allen. But where are we? Silver Girls from Sweden. Well, they're also, the blonde, isn't it? Also, hi. Hi, Harry. Hello, Harry. She's Jewish, speaks Hebrew. Is she Jewish? I don't know. I know nothing really about her apart from I know what she looks like. I've seen her on a few interviews. Well spoken, very funny, and just gorgeous to look at. Really, really lovely. It's your precious. It's your precious. Oh, hey Tom, she's not your type. You can have your own type. It's fine. I'm always joking about being flirty with the old ladies and whatever. Old ladies aren't my type, but never say never, because you just do not know who that person is going to be, whether it's going to be a spark. So I don't want to be with a 95-year-old. I don't want to be with an 18-year-old, because many reasons for both, differing reasons for both. But I'm not saying I would never be with a 95 or an 18-year-old. It just never ever say never is what I say. But I joke about flirting with the old ladies, and they love it, and it's fun. It's absolutely fun. And a lot of them are very naughty. Very, very naughty. Oh, no. Multilingual just means you're not from the USA. Oh, man, yeah. Harry, yesterday I forgot to tell you, my father's name is Harry. Wow, what a small world. What a small world. I wouldn't throw her from bed. No. Just like me with my ex-wife in that incident that you missed earlier. I'm not your father. It's so funny. It's so funny. Do you want to be with six? No. Just no. No. The thought of being with anyone under about 24, it just... it's a different generation. And what would you talk about? And they don't know anything. They don't... okay, so they've been to college. They've got school smarts, right? But they don't have any life experience. You can't... Like we're laughing and joking and... Oh yeah, I threw the name Britt Eklund out earlier. You'll know Britt Eklund. You might not know what movie she's been in. I don't really know what movie she's been in, but I know who she is. I could recognise her from a movie poster. If I say the words Britt Eklund to a 24-year-old, they'll look at me and go, "What?" So, I mean, again, I'm not going to say Britt Eklund to a woman I'm trying to attract. It's like, you've got the legs of Britt Eklund. Yeah. But yeah, I no. I think the youngest I could possibly be interested in would be about 25. Around about that age. Just when you're starting to talking about getting in proper grown-up age, really. 25, 26, 27. From that point upwards would be about the youngest, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are very beautiful 18. They're very beautiful. Frickin'. There are very beautiful 14-year-old girls out there. Not in any sort of pervy sense. Just youth is beauty, right? Youth is beauty. As we get older, we get more ugly, right? So there are very beautiful 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 27-year-olds, whatever. But what's important? What you're looking at? Or someone you can actually have a conversation with? You know, it's once the light's off, just it doesn't matter what the person looks like that you're with. So yeah, not for me 16, not for me 18. I'm afraid your age is 18 to 42. Good for you. Good for you. 42 is a good age. Wife 42 is very 42. Right. Anyway, it's not the same, Harry. 18. I would say. I mean, I wouldn't throw an 18-year-old out of bed, but an 18-year-old bed wouldn't get into bed with me. But I wouldn't. It's not something I would opt for, right? Child support. But sugar daddy, yeah. Well, there's a market for that these days, isn't there? There really is. Pretty women are overrated. You know what? Mostly, yes. There are exceptions, obviously going to be exceptions, but there are a lot that, because they're pretty, they get more. Kind of like with being a YouTuber. If you're a good looking YouTuber, you get more subscribers because people like what they're looking at on the screen. Why do you think I don't have a webcam on? Yeah, 2020, a girl came to my bed that was 20. I was 37. I couldn't do a thing. She felt too young. Did not like it, which upset her. Oh man. When I split from my ex, well, I say my ex, so there are other exes, but we're talking obviously about my wife. One of my staff members, who was 18 at the time, basically latched on to me, and we had a 3-month dalliance, right? So this was probably, I'm trying to work. So I would have been in my mid to late, I'd have been about the same age. So probably around 30, say 37. I'm not going to try and do the maths here, but I would have been about around 35 to 37. And she was 18. And it didn't work, but I'll give her a due. She was very enthusiastic, right? It wasn't the worst time that I've had, but I really just that was nearly getting on for 20 years ago now, and it's not something that appeals. Just not something that appeals. Oh my god, but you are so innocent. 18 to 25, you take them out to fancy, but not to high life. She's like a scarf or a new car. For that I would go out with a lovely... Well, I'm so innocent. Yeah, I'm so innocent. Right, of course, yeah. I think I'm just getting old. I think I'm just getting old. Where you've been there, you've done that. I have, like I say, I deal in candy, and so I do have a higher than average number of younger people coming in, of which 50% are female. And honestly, the stuff that I hear coming out of there, there's almost half of them are brain dead, but only because they are 16 and they have no life experience. Yeah, brain dead's kind of a very harsh way of saying that's not fair, but you know what I mean. They just don't have the life experience, and you're gotta be someone you can talk to. Anyway, for serious stuff, I go out to a stunning 41-year-old woman, very smart, very beautiful, ex-pro swimmer and model, and she has her own business and stuff. Well, Harry has got it sorted. That is the way to go. Flying man. I'm married for 20 years. Well done, sir. Well done. But if I was single, I wouldn't date old women, and won't get married again. Well, I say never say never. I think it's very unlikely I'll get married again. But that's, I think, mostly because I'm not meeting people that would lead to that. So I'm not it's not something that is even in my vocabulary, really. I'm not dating, I'm not going out, I'm not meeting people, I'm not trying, I'm not putting it out there, you know. So there we go. Life experience is overrated. I met 30-year-olds that act like 16. Well, this is true. There are 30-year-olds who haven't got a blinking clue either, right? It's not all about and there are some 13-year-olds who carry the burden of the world. So yeah, there is that. But of course, there is also a legal line. There is also let's remember there's a legal line as well, right? But yeah, because they're pretty, they have nothing else to offer. You would say some do though. It's kind of unfair to say because somebody's pretty, they've got no personality or whatever. But it tends to be more likely, you know. The less pretty girls have to work harder, and because they have to work harder, they tend to be more interesting. Is that probably a bit too stereotypical? I'm not that old, no, but I blinking well feel it. Also, if I fix it, I haven't fixed the Discord link. And I'm going to... Did I write down Discord here? I'm going to write Discord here. Discord link. I don't think I have. I thought the link was good. Unless Discord's changed the bloody link again, which is bloody pain. Right, I've now written that down. What's the time now? Okay, Google, remind me in 1 hour to change the Discord link.
All right, I'll remind you at 11:03 p.m.
Excellent. Right, there we go. I've written it down. I've got a reminder. And the stream's going to finish within the next hour anyway, because I've been going 3 hours. I'm not doing much work at the moment because I'm too busy with this chat. It's so much fun. Young women have high sexual value while young men don't. In our 30s it changes. Women's sexual value goes down while men's value goes up. Yep, absolutely spot on. Off topic, you're running your dishwasher for the 4th time today. Powered by the sun. Here comes the sun. Yeah, I'm supposed to do a whole pile of washing up today. That's going to be done tomorrow. Everything has a downside. You should fear those downsides. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Most of the problems that I've had in life have been with beautiful women. In 2 to 3 years you'll get married. I have to, because I need to have a boy to keep the family name and the business going on. Doesn't quite work that way, Harry. Doesn't quite work that way. But good luck. Is there a Mrs. Harry at the moment? I'm not married to Mrs. Harry, but because that's the first thing. You need to find an appropriate female. Then she has to be interested. Yeah, finally got the power. Yeah, there's blinking heat wave, isn't there? Well done. My personal problem is that I genuinely find I'm a disagreeable person. Poetry Flynn, you're an absolute star. Well done. Usually because I'm ready to state and accept the truth. Yeah. People don't like that. They really don't. Harry, you're already a boy named the Fly. Yeah. Oh yes, the Flying Man. Da. Oh dear. I know too many people in 2020 believe the earth is flat. Oh god, yeah. People are... The world at the moment is... What the hell is going... Right, okay, let's do some smashing. Not smashing. No, not that sort of smashing. Put it away, boys, alright? Put it away. We don't want to see that. Not on this channel. Oh man. But yes, searching YouTube for porn. I mean, it's like, where do I go for porn? Well, I'll try YouTube. There might be something. It's like a girl in the bikini. That'll do. That will do. Oh, fantastic. Right, okay. That is a... I don't know what's going on there. We definitely had oil field detailing. Definitely. And it's just gone. But it's going to be easy to fix. So that is more important, I guess. The thing is, I know I'm going to forget to fix it for the next 2 or 3 episodes I'm doing this. Because it'll be... When I load the map up, I'll forget that I need to load the map up from a previous save. And I'll forget to... I'm going to continuously forget to do it. But it will be fine. Because eventually I will remember to do it. And then we will have our oil fields back. And they will be beautiful. Or as beautiful as oil fields can be. Oh, there's the third one. There is the third one. I knew it was coming. This area is kind of done. Larger brush. us down to here. That'll do. That's all right, isn't it? I think. That around here. Bring that up there. We've got a few trees down the middle. Take the one out of the water. Take the tree out of the water. That's better. Yep, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Got a few coming around this way. That's okay, I think. I have some cliff problems going on here, but I can probably resolve that without too much issue. Any trees that don't like? No, right? They're kind of well behaved. It's not great around here, but it'll do for now. Again, we're just doing sweeps at the moment. Little sweeps down and about. Oh man, this stream's been going for ages. This stream has been going for... Seems like hours ago that I did that pause for the 200 meter final. And that's because it was hours ago. Not too bad. I might have to tinker with this one though, because I'd want there to be a fade in tree density as we come down off the plateaus. So probably this area down here will be... I'll bring the strength up here. Just a bit more subtle. Oh, wrong mouse button. Do you know what? I think we will have that as a break there. So anyway, something like that. So it just... So we head down, because there's your start square, and then the tiles around, immediately around, I want to be enticing. This is okay. This is good. We've got a few patches. Oh wow! I might have just forgotten to turn down one of the settings here. Can't see it. Strength down. And along this edge here. Smaller brush. Smaller brush. this way. Oh man. Oh. It's going to be bedtime soon. Starting to feel it. Strength up. Clean this up a bit. You can come off of there as well. Strength down. Are we close to calling it? I think we're close to calling it tonight. Small brush. Right, need to do a little bit of tidying up here. Just use the bulldozer. Around there. Yeah. Oh. I think I'll do a tree count check in a second. But I think that that is a decent amount of progress. Just slowly but surely fleshing out each section. We have nice fade going on these areas. Gonna definitely use the who was it that mentioned the vegetation previously? Was tempted to use this trick. Tempted to use this trick in here. That could be fun. That could be fun. But yeah, using the vanilla vegetation. Let me do a little work along this. Where are we? Brush size down. Oh, which one have I got here? All right, let's go for this one. And then we'll spin that around. So something like this at one end, something like that at the other end as well. But yeah, these are going to spring to life, I tell you. Absolutely spring to life. A few grasses in there as well at some point. Oh, don't want to do that. Are those grasses terrain conforming? What did you mean? These ones? Wouldn't say they were. These ones here, you mean? They're props. And I don't know whether they would be terrain conforming, because these are the tiny props. resized right the way up. I don't know that that would work. Let me... I don't know. I think the way it would have to be done is by... Oh, come on. All I want to do is... Come on. Go blue. Pop you up there like that. And then probably use this to trim things up. But yeah, something like kelp farming. That could be a thing. Well, yeah, rotate the props. I mean, I can do a better job of this, but I just want to see if it's going to look right. I think it probably will. I think it'll probably look really, really good. So that'd be one of the tricks with the new tutorial Jobly that we've got. Where are we? Blimey, hang on a second. Let's scroll up. Scroll up. The chat's gone mad again. True, most flat earthers are mostly religious. Are they? Or are they just stupid? Or are they trolls? I reckon there's quite a few of them I think are just trolling. Because it's fun. That's their thing, you know. We decided a couple of years ago that our families needed to unite. We already know the Oh, right. Okay. No, good. I mean, if you can be happy, that's the only thing that matters. Tree painting is the most boring part of map making, yeah. But also the most dramatic part, the one that can pull the whole map together. So I was going to look at the tree count, wasn't I? Let's have a look at the... every time I do this, I dread it. Every time I do this. So we are at 228, sorry. 44,000. So about a fifth of the way. Aren't we going to be fine? We're going to be fine. There's the bulk tree painting is... I would say most of the density of trees that I wanted was focused on the rivers. So the heavy trees are already down. We've got basically we're doing fade at the moment. There'll be some patches. Detail patch, so like patching here, that sort of thing. We still got to get some sort of density of foliage up at the secret laboratories up that way. And things like detail trees, grasses and whatever up in the detail areas. We're going to have a little bit of detailing of trees going into the mountains, but it's not going to be super dense. It's not going to be super dense. I'm going to do some detailing down here. probably I think the next thing I'll be doing is once we've finished the second pass on the rivers, which is, I think we're mostly done here. I think that river looks like it's been missed here, so we've got a couple of rivers there that look like they need doing. But this third pass on the rivers seems to be done. But I think it'd be nice to finish a detailing area over here. Like I say, I just feel that this area here needs to be a little bit overgrown. This is there, that part there. So I think that's the plan. But yeah, more progress. More progress. But yeah, we've only used a fifth of the trees. And I'm looking at the map. I know the middle of the map is going to be mostly empty, barring some fake avenues, that kind of thing, just to inspire people to keep building, go, oh, I love this, yeah, that feels like that should be here, and whatever. So that'll be good. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. I'm not doing any more work on the map. Oh my god, there's a lot of chat. Why are you lot so chatty? Okay, definitely necessary. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Yeah, absolutely. At least one thing about CS2 map being small is less tree painting. Yeah, that's what I love about the you know, just one tree should be enough for the whole map. The loneliest tree, you know. Anyway, I'm so sad the map is going to be smaller. I'd like to build. Yes. Yeah, smaller maps are the way to go. That's what we need. My money for CS2 will go to a better game. Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game. Never heard of it, but good. Second was no monorail. Yes! Yes! But yeah, looking good, thank you. So Maverick says these grasses are terrain conforming. I don't know, but I honestly don't care enough. They may well be. With the prop control, they certainly would be. Looks like the Finger Lakes, upstate New York. Finger Lakes. I'll take your word. I don't know it. Oh, that's my fourth one. Anyway, grass isn't terrain conforming. If you put it on the cliff, yeah. Oh, hang on. That's a way of doing it. Hang on, let's find out. I am trying to win the stream here, but you guys are just making more stuff for me. It can't be terrain conforming. It can't be terrain conforming. Right, I have a grasses. Right, I have a grasses. I have a virtually vertical. How about here? It's very hard to show you. And let's go over to the other side. Hang on. It's not. I can see it's not. Oh, resume the game, please. Bulldoze. Right, we're going to have to go and grab another one. We're going to have to grab another one. Or three. I only want one. Right. Copy. 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 This is steepish, isn't it? Hang on. This is steepish. There you go. There's your answer. These props are definitely not terrain conforming. But given that they are basically meant to be tiny, they're not meant to be terrain conforming. I used them. Where did I use them? I think I used one up here. just to do something different. So here we are. This is in their natural environment. I can't get any closer. Tiny. Weeny, tiny, tiny, weeny things. And I have expanded them to be ridiculous. And if the person loading up the map doesn't have prop conforming, they'll just have lots of these tiny little props under the water. But they probably won't even notice. I want to know. Actually, I want to know what they look like individually, unresized. Go on. Let's go and grab one. It's kind of important, isn't it? Okay, that's not working. Let's try losing that and that. Grab one of these. And then grab one of these. And we're going to take it. And we're going to pop it there. So, if prop control isn't active for the player, they're not even going to notice there's anything going on under here, are they? It's just... Well, is that it there? There's going to be a few little squares, basically. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. A camera position. Camera position. Positions. Lights, camera, action. Done. Rotate. Right, so I was of course referring to the other foliage. Oh. The trio was grabbed. What, the trio was grabbed? This is, I don't know. Oh, are we talking the vanilla grasses? Probably then, yeah. We share the same values, the same environment, and even so, it's the same as true movie love. Ah, if they have the same values, the same social environment, it won't last. True. The big ones be you're wasting time playing with the wrong grasses. Am I? Do you think? So you should focus on shared ambition instead of love. Yeah. Love is a mistake to focus on because it can be built over time. Also, thanks for mentioning the Leeds Castle the other day. I'm making stuff. It's a beautiful castle, isn't it? It is such a beautiful castle. It's very simple, but beautiful. Yeah, Leeds Castle, which isn't in Leeds, in case you know you ever come to the. If ever you go to Leeds and go looking for Leeds Castle, you're not going to find it. It's much closer to where I live than it is to Leeds. It's not close to me, but it's in the south of England, not in the north. There we go. Right. That's my drink finished. I think it's about the stream finished. 3 hours, 46 minutes it says here on my stream software. So I think that's plenty of time, don't you? Has everybody hit the like button? I'm just checking. I am just checking because if you haven't, you've been pigging lazy. Pigging lazy. Oh, anyway, yeah, this is starting to come together, isn't it? It's a couple of weeks of tree painting, and it'll be done. But I must remember to do the oil props from a previous save. It will be fine. You wish you could find someone who shared your ambitions. I wish I could say to you that you will, Poetry, but we all know that nobody knows. You could find 3 people on the same day and then have this just trying to work out who's the right person for you, and it gets messy and end up with nobody anyway, so who knows. I'm not sitting around for another 15 minutes just to round the number, okay? I'm just not doing it. Oh, yeah. You hit the dislike button. Thanks, Random. Thanks a lot. You're the best. Oh, crumbs. Right, yeah, so I'm gonna, yeah, we're gonna put that bottle over there. That's gonna go in the bin in a minute for recycling. So, right, so it was fun. It was fun. I didn't get to use my that button properly after all. So, hey ho, it's just the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah, so tomorrow, I don't know what times I'm going to be streaming, but I am not working tomorrow. So there will be times during the day where I will be working on my tile on the 81 collaboration map. There won't be any map editing at all until I've finished working on my tile. And then, even then, I'm going to be working on editing a video telling people how to share their footage, their maps, their tiles even. So yeah, so that's so it'll probably be the map making side of it will probably go on lull for a little while we do that, and then it'll, by the end of the week, certainly by the time I've done the tile and I've done most of the donkey work, we'll be able to crack on and get back on with the map build. But I really want this done. I really want it done. My final one. Which, oh gosh, I'd love to have 1,000 in this. If I had 1,000 in the stream, I'd be appointing all 11 of you as moderators and admin. You know. Thanks for the stream, BonBon. Just a tip: when you are done with your map, don't upload it on the same day as random or any of the big names. Yes. Yeah, because I know what day they're going to be uploading. It'll be fine. It will be fine. I will be the best map of 2023. By that I mean like just after 8:20 in the evening. Right, okay. I am BonBonB. I'm going to bed. I've had a really good time tonight. Thanks very much, everybody. Even with I've seen Potato Whiskey, who was on stream with the Gamescom City in the Sky stream from the crane. I watch a lot of his stuff on his main channel because I do love Civilization, and he is the Biffa of Civilization. And if he's on live stream, it just pops off. It goes crazy. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Monarch of the channel. I got more desert maps coming. Ooh, I'll be making a lot of progress on your map. So excellent. Well, we'll have to put our heads together random, because if our maps are culminating at the same time, I wouldn't want them both released in the same week. I think it would hurt both of our chances of doing well on the chart show if there are two standout maps. It's very rare. I think it's only once we've had two maps on the chart show. So I think just having that one that stands out above all the rest means it's more likely to get more of the votes, I think. How's the weather? Looks dark. It looks very dark out there. But then it is 22:11 in the evening. But it was a nice day today. It was a very, very nice day today. Late summer day. We haven't had a very good summer this year in the UK. So today was nice. There was no rain. It wasn't too hot. It was nice and bright. There's a car going the wrong way up a one-way street. Just an absolute muppet. You know that? You're a muppet. Right, anyway. Talk rubbish, but talk something. Yes. Drew Durnell? I have no idea who Drew Durnell is. What's the temperature right now? Have not got a clue. I would estimate high teens Celsius. 17, 18. Okay. Oh, never mind. No. Hang on. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's do it this way. Because I've got a reminder coming up for Discord, haven't I? Let's just check the weather, and Apparently it's about 15 Celsius. There we go. Ballpark. So it's not too bad. The humidity's not too bad. Not too bad. 60 Fahrenheit where you are. A few miles. It's 100. Yeah, bloody hot. Is it hotter than the same date last year? I doubt it. This time last year we had the country's greatest heat wave. It never hit 40 degrees in this country. 40 Celsius in this country. And last year it hit 40. And we'd never even been close to, I think it got to 38. And that was the hottest ever in any location. And so many places in the UK last year hit 40. So it was probably less. How many stars can I see in there? Right, okay, screw you lot. Screw you lot, you absolute... I nearly called you a bunch of cunts. I'm not going to. I nearly called you it, but I would not do that, you absolute ass. Oh, I want to cry. Okay, look, you guys, you're great, but I know there's only 6 minutes to the 4 hours, but no, that's me dumb. And I'm going to prove it by saying I've been BonBonB, you've been very, very welcome. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Never said that before, have I? Bye.